2. Mark. Welcome in, folks. Thank you for sitting tight with us. We sure appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and turn things right on over to Red.
Hi, folks. We were talking about soups and salads, which have a lot to do with Call of Cthulhu, I assure. Welcome to AEUS the Mountain. This is the game that we have been running with the Call of Cthulhu system, a d100 system. AEUS is a world that Omni and I and many other guests, including Derek, have been building together on a stream. We started in December 9th, and we ended in early January, or late Jan. I'm not good with time, but we did a lot of world building and stuff like that, and now through the fruits of our labor, I am running a campaign set in the setting of the mountain, which was Derek and I's sort of like last discussion before we moved on from AEUS. So I was just like, okay, let's do it. This sounds like fun, and yeah, hopefully the next setting that we're working on will turn into a tabletop thing at some point too. But gonna be a lot more pleasant than this. So let's it hasn't been that long since we played, so can we get a little recap from the players? I think some of you still have your bonus die, but those of you that don't have your bonus die, I encourage you to give us the recap. Sorry, brain fart.
I think I should
yeah, I got mine too. So the last thing I remember is we left the mountain and we made our way down the route? Is it like a clearing? Yeah, we made it down. We made it down to a crossroads. We met a fellow traveler. He's a what is it? Animal person.
Animal person.
Handler.
A hunter and trapper.
He's not a furry. Yeah. He is a hunter and a trapper.
Mullins.
Yeah. He agreed to help us travel with direction, and we protect him from some baddies. So he joined our party, and then we made it to a crossroads to like a fisherman's shack. And this guy's tired, you know, so he was like, get off my lawn. And we did. Damn it.
Heroin addict.
That's not the one. There's another old man that's the heroin addict.
Yes.
Well, Ephraim, right? Ephraim.
Ephraim was the name of the crack addict guy.
Oh, okay. No, I don't remember his name. Nikolai was too busy eating that sauerkraut soup he offered us. So, yeah, that's what I remember.
Sauerkraut soup's delicious. Okay. Natalie and Omni, did you guys spend your bonus die last time?
I don't believe so, no.
No, I don't remember doing that. I don't think I even know how bonus die work, to be honest.
You just add. It's like a bonus to your roll. You just roll a d10 and subtract that from your roll.
No, I didn't use that.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it on any of my rolls. So.
Okay, that's fine. Well, I'm not going to award you anything, but I do expect you to recap.
I can save for the last part. So if you want to go next, Nat.
Where did you leave off, Jihan?
Oh, we're eating sauerkraut soup.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we ate some super delicious sauerkraut soup. Good for you, good for the digestion. So you know, there's that.
The equivalent of pressure washing your colon, basically.
No, it's good for. It's genuinely good for you.
It is.
I know. I'm fucking.
Yeah. So old man, what's his face? Whose name I've also forgotten, but it's written on the bottom of one of my pickle jars, so I'll figure it out. He told us about his friends up in the tower that used to be where the, I don't remember what they're called, basically weathermen? Weather predictors?
Yeah, astronomers.
Yeah. They used to reside, and the old guy who worked there would usually come visit him, and he hadn't in a while, so old man Sauerkraut was kind of concerned about him.
Old man sauerkraut.
I love that. Okay.
So
is
he
canonical,
gave us
man.
some pickles, and we went off to go check on that guy, who wasn't exactly pleased to see us, but he eventually was okay. And I feel like I probably skipped over some stuff, and we're getting close to the end, so I'll let someone else continue.
Okay, so eventually we found out that the astronomer is okay, if a little bit crazy. He said that after a lot of roundabout conversation, and I do mean roundabout conversation with this absolute nutter of a man, we found out that he had been attacked more than once by bandits. Yeah, like literally like a day or two ago. And they had effectively sacked his tower. Like, we walked into it and it looked like everyone inside. Our first assumption was, this dude's dead. We went inside and he's just squatting in the ruins like, get out of my house! Like, dude, there's like a 30-foot hole in your roof. Get off of us.
To be fair, Derek's character had kind of scaled the wall.
Yeah, he just climbed up the wall and like tore down half of the freaking scaffolding.
I mean, yes, but when it literally looks like a ruin, I'm willing to forgive a little more. And besides, I don't care about his opinion.
I should have had Ephraim just like be like, "Long live the king."
Yeah, plus nobody else was going to do that, so.
That's fair. So yes, that's right. So Nihilus scaled the building when we got there, thinking this might be a trap. So pops in, and just old man at the top. Conversations as we find out that the guy had been raided more than once. While this is happening, the stoneworker steps outside, and eventually Nihilus steps outside. And the conversation continues, and they find out that these folks just kind of came in, sacked. He doesn't really think there's anything rhyme or reason to why they're attacking, just kind of like, oh, there's stuff here that can be sold and salvaged, so that's why they're attacking. But he seems particularly fine with it and doesn't much mind it. Yes, also, the art for Ephraim is my single favorite like face you've done so far, Red, and still remains like a phenomenal piece of art.
Definitely.
I love it to death. So yeah, while that awkward conversation, desperately trying to convince this guy, we know who the old man who's asking about him is. The stoneworker and Nihilus go outside, and we've been slowly piecing together that the Bay of Soot, like a lot of this region, is saturated in dust, which is the reason why magic is malfunctioning, why there's so much working technology, and why the people seem to be somewhat magically resistant and not concerned about tethered. Where literally anywhere else in AEUS, tethered are miles above random people with firearms, usually. So we find out this entire region is suffused with this stuff. The stoneworker's trying to find a way to filter it out of the water to drink, but no go so far. And as we're sort of talking, talking with Nihilus in giant quotes here, communicating with Nihilus about this topic, a bunch of bandits walk up and square up with us, and that was about where it left off. And as I recall, the old man even said, "Oh, look, they're back," or something to that effect.
Just in case. So, I prepared a battle map for this. Folks at home, Call of Cthulhu doesn't really, Call of Cthulhu doesn't really explain how to do battle maps and stuff like that. It sort of just expects you to do a lot of theater of the mind. Though I thought that was a bit weird, considering.
Much love.
Oh,
Happy to do it.
It's a bit weird because they have like in-depth, like how many meters you can move and the range of weapons and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, well, this sounds very not theater of the mind. It sounds very number crunchy. Oh, there goes she, huh? I just thought that was strange, considering all things considered, because they have all this number crunchy stuff. Also, this is Derek's channel. Derek likes number crunchy stuff, so having a battle map.
Oh, you run the game that you want to run, though.
What's that?
So you run the game you want to run, but I am not opposed to number crunching.
Oh, well, I like number crunching stuff, so not too number crunchy. I mean, this is what we're rolling d100s and then damage dice every now and then, so it's about as number crunchy as like 5e. So, but I made a battle map for this, so I made this last night, and I was just like, am I gonna do a battle map? I should, because this is gonna be a very difficult combat if they choose to engage. And knowing you guys, you're not gonna just hand your shit over. So. Here is the observatory.
Nice.
Very nice. That looks awesome, dude.
It does.
So beautiful.
So, as I recall, most of you are over here. You two poor fucks are right here. So,
So,
Sounds about right.
Darkest Dungeon battle music. I should, I should quote my man.
Damn, this looks really
Wayne.
good.
Seriously,
Hey,
that's
thanks.
phenomenal.
Been working on Incarnate for a long time. My commissions are open.
His commissions are open, people.
If you need a map like this, I could do it. Give me like 3 hours.
Commission the boy.
Commission me. I need money, please. With the Darkest Dungeon battle magic or battle music going, I feel like I should be doing like Wayne quotes. What's his?
Hell yeah.
Overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Oh, look at me. Look at my little token. I'm so cute.
Yeah, I gave you guys tokens. They don't have vertical frame tokens on the program I was using, but those work. So. But each of you should have control of your tokens. If you want to fill in the blue part as your armor class, which is your dodge, that'd be great. If you want to fill in the red part, which is your actual health, that'd be great too. If you want to use the green thing for literally anything else, that's fine. Just tell me what you're using it for. So.
I don't
Magic
think any of us
points
have
are
higher than 1 for our armor, right?
Well, he said it's
No.
dodge.
Oh, it's our dodge.
Yeah.
What's red?
Red will be your health. So like probably for you guys between 9 and 13.
Where is that? I don't know where to look for that.
Let me pull that up real quick.
Wait, shoot.
It's on the combat section, and it's right underneath the. It's right on that first line with dexterity, dodge, build, damage, movement, all that.
Yeah, Natalie, you have a hit points of 12.
Beefy.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, that is good. That's two.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah. What's the green again? One more time.
Green's whatever you want it to be.
I'm
So
putting
it
my
could be like
armor
ma-
there.
Yeah, if you want to put your armor there, if you want to put your magic points there, either or. It doesn't matter.
Oh, that's a good idea. Put magic points there. And the blue is the dex. Was what it was.
Dodge.
The dodge.
Dodge
Okay.
specifically, the dodge skill specifically, because that is what you're going to be. If somebody succeeds but rolls above your dodge, you can dodge it. So let me describe the scene for you guys while you're filling that stuff out. This fellow is quite big, the gang leader, quote unquote. He's wearing a full like hide jacket that's sort of it's dark, so it's obvious it came from some sort of weird leathery, like slick beast, and you're not the thinking about what this thing came from is not very pleasant. He wears very large stompy boots. He's basically from head to toe he's covered in leather or some sort of cloth material. He's definitely armored up and ready to go, and you can tell he has a sort of like plates of metal down his coat, so he's very much protected, and he's got a shotgun in his hands, and he does the classic as he sees the two of you. And let me remind you what he said last time. Well, you're gonna give us all your shit. It's plain and simple. I knew that old man would call for help, and I was right. To just wait. Oh yeah, I saw you idiots just march right in like you own the place. Now you gotta pay the toll. I'm sure you understand how the road works. Oh, but do forgive me. My name's Elroy, in case you didn't know.
I think I share a look with the stoneworker for a second. Like, are we about to make Elroy's insides his outsides?
I think this one was like sort of like over to the left, like a kind of a nod almost of like, if we kill him, at least everyone else might be more concerned. But we might want to find cover first. Not that I say that out loud. Probably just sort of looks back at you and just sort of, maybe.
You, the ones with the turret icons, they have very primitive, they look like makeshift pipe guns. Yeah, which of you two has the higher spot hit?
Probably you, Derek, honestly. Yeah.
But
But actually the same as me, believe it or not.
Oh, okay. Elroy has this decently nice shotgun. You could tell this thing could take the head off of an animal at like 15 meters.
That's fair.
The people with the sentry icons that I put, I did that so you guys know they have guns.
Got it.
But their guns are weird. They have little wooden carved guns, but they look like massive shell casings, and they have like a little hole in them, and they're holding like a piece of flint. These are like very primitive pipe pistols. You can figure pretty quickly that this is they're gonna have one shot, and that's it. But Elroy's gonna have multiple.
It's like a fucking little mini cannon.
It's like a miniature hand cannon. It's a very primitive form of firearm, but it's very common in the wasteland.
Malfunction.
Malfunction rate's like very high on these. Yeah.
What does everybody else here got? Because
any manner of things, like a heavy table leg. Some of them have just like straight up clubs, giant branches that they found. Some of them have like crowbars. You know, they're just all bludgeoning weapons. Like, I'm gonna calculate them all the same for you.
All right, that's fair.
But they look like scrappy thugs. You know, they're wearing patchwork clothing. They have their faces covered. They have scars or tattoos. Some of them look a little too young. Some of them look way too old to be on the road. It's just, you can tell that these people aren't here because they enjoy this. They're here out of desperation for one reason or another.
Okay. I'm trying to think if I even have anything that's going to satisfy these folks. I'm pretty sure I'm just walking around with like damn near nothing in my person.
I'm gonna put you on a timer.
I know what I'm gonna do.
Okay, so you can die for cover in Call of Cthulhu, but there's a big catch. You skip your next action.
Question. I've done it before.
Sure.
Can I use use tethered combat to create cover in front of us, to literally lift stone up to give us something to hide behind while we retreat, or at least fall back somewhat?
Yes, but since you're on difficult soil, that's going to be a hard success instead of a regular one.
That's tough.
Oh, Natalie and I'm sorry, not Natalie. Alice and Mikolai, you're still in the tower. You're sort of watching all this shit play out, and none of these bandits on the ground seem to notice you. And you see the old man just kind of walk up. Well, this is troublesome.
Oh, I'm already getting my elephant gun out. I've got my stand.
Kicking the tripod up.
It was the best angle window. Do I like that one? Do I like that one? I like that one.
Okay, which of you has the stronger throwing arm?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna try to run behind cover and lift up some stone to protect Nihilus while we fall back, because there's no way, I shouldn't say there's no way. I don't want to take the chance that we have 3 malfunctions and Elroy doesn't know what the fuck he's doing with that gun. So
I'm gonna cover one of those guns.
Okay.
Or I'm gonna attempt to.
Jihan, were you saying something? Because I didn't hear. I didn't hear.
Oh, can I use my engineering and physics to knock off part of the tower and just take out everybody on the floor?
It's pretty far away.
Yeah, that is very far away to do that. What's your strength score? Because Ephraim is
You want me to throw him off the tower?
No.
Distraction!
Have you ever seen one of these before? And he pulls out a stick of mining dynamite.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, I got a strength score of 50, if that helps.
If you could throw this far enough, I'm sure it'd do some real damage.
Well, I can try.
Here's a striker for you, boy. He's gonna hand it over to you.
18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40. It is 80 meters to these guys from the tower.
So I just roll strength?
I'm gonna give you a little bit of an advantage since you're throwing it at a,
Can we withdraw before you try to blow us up with dynamite?
There's a goddamn... There's an arrow, of course. I forgot. I fucking counted it for no reason. that.
It is a hex. It is a hex grid. That can be a little confusing.
I'm going to use my physics to get the right
You're not gonna
trajectory.
Okay, look here, pal. You're trying to throw it in a hurry. I'm giving you a bit of an advantage because you're up high, so you're gonna have an easier time throwing it a longer distance. But since the regular distance is like, let me look at dynamite real quick. Weapons table. Where are my explosives? So,
I have the high ground.
Dynamite has a base range of 5 yards.
That's not very far.
Maybe we wait to lure them closer before we attempt to blow them up?
Yeah.
Well, see, the thing is, 5 yards, 5 meters. It's not going to go very far.
Right.
I would let you double that for free, but anything beyond that, so like let's say you want to throw it 10, this is a hard success. If you want to throw it 20, that's an extreme success.
Yeah, you literally can't reach them right now.
What if I go with the wind?
Dynamite's heavy, bud. Dynamite's like 4 pounds.
Put a little parachute and a candle on it to keep it floating.
I've seen wind take down structures, so I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
How heavy is the wind blowing, Red?
Which way is the wind blowing? Make a luck roll. Let's see which way the wind is blowing.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm just being difficult.
No. Roll. Make a luck roll. We're doing it. Okay. So it's blowing. It's blowing not quite south. It's blowing southeaster, but you could probably use that to your advantage. Like I said, hucking something like that 40. You're about like 15 meters off the ground.
Real talk. I don't think I could throw anything 40 meters.
I could.
Not a lit stick of dynamite. Well, you have a strength of 50. So what I encourage you to do, since you're a mechanic, is like come up with something to launch this fucker. So
yeah.
Oh yeah, you could do that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna spot hidden to see if I see anything around to use.
Make a spot hidden roll, but make a mechanical roll of your choice to add to that. And we'll see how well you do.
We gotta run, Derek. We gotta at least fall back a little bit in good order.
Correct.
Fight and retreat this.
Okay, make a mechanical roll for me, then. Still.
Oh, a mechanical?
Well, you have an extreme success on that. So, you're looking for something very, very specific, and you don't quite find it, but you find something pretty close to it. You find a very simple bow and arrow. And if you might sail a stick of dynamite. It's not very safe. You know, if you somehow accidentally fuck this up, you're taking you and everybody in the tower with you.
All right, I guess you gotta go with your gut.
A risk I'm not willing to take. I don't want to die.
Okay, I turn to Ellis.
I'll be out in a minute.
You might want to get out of the way.
Do I even have time? What? I don't want to
You're all set up, ready to fire.
I don't want to die in the tower because you blew us up.
I also don't want to die if you succeed at throwing it this far and the blast wave kills us, because I think we're about to get fireballed as a team out of D&D, and I'm not okay with that.
I'm not telling you how much damage this is going to do, by the way.
It's a lot.
It's mining dynamite. Yeah, no. If it splits granite, we're dead.
I think we should.
All right,
you
let
are
me
the
just
stone.
try it.
What, Natalie?
Let me try it.
Then I am the thing it breaks.
I don't want to try it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to
you're gonna be a victim of it.
Yeah. I want to mine things, not be mined.
Is that the only stick of dynamite?
Looks like it. He just seemed to
so
offer up one, so.
Let's be strategic with our only stick of dynamite and not just use it to accidentally aid the bandits by killing us. That's my vote.
2, 3, 6.
Or you could threaten to blow yourselves up and the bandits don't get anything.
All right,
You fuckers don't get our land.
I feel like Octavia would probably be up there next to Ellis and probably agree with that statement, yeah.
Okay. I actually have a token for Octavia.
Oh, nice.
So...
Not that she would be in combat, obviously, but...
Oh, I know. She's avoiding combat at all costs. She doesn't care.
Sir, we're voting no on the dynamite.
For now.
And the bow and arrow.
For now.
Well, you see that Mullen pulls out a bow and arrow.
Alright, I give it to Mullen.
He's down on the ground, though. So.
Oh, crap. Oh, alright. Well, I'll just help fire the elephant gun then.
Okay, so you're just gonna get like a in that regard.
Yeah.
Be the spotter.
Yeah.
We should probably get out of here regardless. No matter what's going on in the tower, I don't think we should stand in front of 4 dudes with guns. At the
Alright,
moment.
well, let's see how this plays out. So everybody has a dexterity score.
Mm-hmm.
There is no initiative. You go in order of how high your dexterity score is.
Nice.
So you better hope it's higher than Elroy.
Nope.
We used to do that for 5e.
You have
That's fair.
75
Jesus.
You have a 75? Good God.
dexterity.
I'm a
Nice.
fucking assassin and you have a higher dexterity than me.
Yeah, but you're like an
Like,
you're like the
roughing it
orc
out in the
assassin.
Forest, you gotta be faster than the animals. Like, I've been trained for this.
I'm a smart boy.
Not as smart as I am, apparently.
You're the orc rogue, Derek. You use intimidation to stealth. You don't.
You're a
actually
corn
use
berserker assassin. You just blood for the blood god and happen to kill your target and everyone in 30 feet.
You don't see me! Screaming into combat, just killing everybody. I'm the best assassin ever.
I am hidden!
I am technically hidden because there's no one to report that I'm standing here drenched in blood.
You can just yell, surprise attack, when you're right behind someone.
Oh, what?
Hey, wait.
Uh-oh, that didn't work.
If,
Hold on a second.
We need to select our tokens or something normally.
Yeah.
if everyone's dead, then did it make a sound?
Okay. Select token and then hit the dexterity. It'll under your dexterity. It'll say 2-turn tracker. So that'll put everything in turn order and let you know how things are gonna work out here.
I need to do what now?
Oh, wait.
Let's see. Under combat, your dexterity score is listed.
under
That's your
combat.
initiative.
Okay.
Yes.
Ah, there we
There
go.
you go. Excellent. Make sure you select your token.
Okay, so I just click on dexterity.
Yeah, just have your token selected and then click this dexterity. Yep.
Yeah.
Why isn't it working for me?
The dexterity underneath.
Are you on combat, Natalie?
Yeah, on the combat tab.
Yeah, it's the combat tab. It's the first one on the left.
Stonemason, do it again because you're not showing up.
It showed my initiative there. 1 second.
Yeah, you're well. Yeah, you just didn't select the token. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. Okay, and I'll add these thugs. And
Now
these
see
thugs,
here.
I'll have
These
Yeah,
thugs.
these thugs.
So, I wait till you guys die to use the dynamite.
You're so. brave.
Jesus. Okay, at least my mouse is going first.
Damn, boys, it's time for the girl empowerment. I'm just as tough as the guy seen in the movies.
It's the girls
Wait.
rock scene.
Yes.
Wait, I just gotta pause. Mullins has an initiative of 80?
Yeah.
What the hell? What's this old man do? Like, does he do track sprints when he's not up here?
He's a wild man. That being said, he is going to let Natalie go first because he does not want to be the first person to shoot in this
Yeah.
area.
I'm not scared.
It's an
I'm gonna
elephant
step-
gun. I feel like it's a line attack, right?
It's a Buster
I don't think
rifle from Gundam Wing.
I don't think the elephant gun has impale, but I'll double check.
Based off my engineering and physics, the wind is going southeast. Okay.
Oh my god.
2B. Let's see. 100 yards, so you're hitting anything you look at.
Yeah, I believe that.
And it's a single barrel, so you're only making one shot per round.
I
I
would.
need the one shot. I
Oh,
don't-
boy. Well, who you shooting at?
I'm shooting at the gang leader. I
Oh,
want to take him out.
Okay.
Might as well. If we're gonna fight these guys, let's fucking fight them.
Well, let's see here. Let's measure. So obviously you're about 40 meters, so you're definitely well within your range. So go ahead and make your attack.
Wow.
I just click on it. Elephant gun, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
Pop his head like a watermelon. Damn it!
85.
Suppose my bonus thing would be enough to get me out of there.
She can push herself, right?
You can push yourself, but something bad will happen if you fail again.
And the bonus
Did I
die
assist?
doesn't.
It's negotiating for advantage, basically.
Yeah. So you can roll again, but if you fail, I say something bad happens.
Your gun
More
is your
than-
protected item, right?
I think so, yeah.
It is. Yeah. So I can't do anything like horribly bad, but
But it
We'll
could
see.
jam. And that would
I got
suck.
plenty. You're not gonna jam a single shot rifle like that, but you'll
Okay.
see. I have ideas. Don't you worry.
Damn it!
Ah!
Oh, you have a bonus D10 from Jihan. He took the 8 action. Just
Yes, you do.
click the little bonus penalty.
Come on.
Gonna be close.
Roll high.
Where's the bonus thing?
It's the little thing
it's at the-
at the bottom.
It's at the bottom of the
Yeah,
actual
it's
roll
just-
result.
They just- yeah.
I'm
Yes!
Okay, so you got a
Oh.
success. Okay, so you deal.
Fuck
You're
the fact
gonna.
that
Let's
fives.
see here.
12 damage. God
You
damn.
hit. You actually hit, but here's the thing. I gotta make a roll real quick. You shoot him in the chest. You see sparks fly because obviously the bullet that you shot just tore through a bunch of metal plates. He is sent backwards, like barreling backwards into his group. He is, well, from up there, he looks dead.
That's how you do it, boys.
You did it.
From down here?
From down there, it looks like he's barely clinging on to consciousness, and he's not probably going to be able to do anything in combat. So he's just,
He's gonna be down up there
Good job,
together.
Natalie.
Oh, yes. I really don't want to deal with double barrel shotgun, so thank you.
well, obviously that sends the rest of the gang into a fight or flight mode. So,
Just killed your leader. What are you gonna do?
Flee.
Act before me.
Mullins is going to shoot his longbow at the one with the gun. He fails.
Damn it,
you
Mullins.
see an arrow go whizzing by, and it just sort of like swims off into the trees. Okay, it is your turn, Nihilus. Technically, combat all happens at the same time, but you get the idea.
So I just see this guy's chest explode from a 70 caliber rifle.
Yeah, things meant to kill elephants. So
Coke can size hole.
Can-
Walk softly, carry a big gun.
Can I roll psychology to see how I am thinking all of the people on their side are going to react to it real quick?
oh sure, go ahead.
Oh yeah. Damn it!
They are all. It's such a mixed bag right now. Half of them are ready to fight, half of them are ready to run away. So you got a bit of an issue here.
Well,
It's
as
guns.
badass as I feel like it would be to just charge in there and go Assassin's Creed on some motherfuckers, I think that Nihilus's intelligence and self-preservation would lead him to instead. You can move after you do an action in combat?
You can do your actions whenever you want. They're in the middle of your movement. So
The guy right in the middle with the gun, I'm going to snap my fingers at and make a tethered combat roll on him.
okay.
Extreme success. It's a crit. I rolled a 1.
Ooh,
Oh, that's a
spicy.
critical success. I'd like
Yeah, you
him
rolled a 1.
to, when his mind fragments, if possible, because it's a crit, it's okay with you. I'd like him to either blow his own head off or blow off the head of the guy next to him.
He raises his gun to shoot at you, and then he has a sudden realization, and he looks at the guy immediately to his left, turns it over, takes his flint, and bangs it, and you hear this loud boom as this guy's literally blown away. It just like his head is just splattered all over the ground.
Hell yeah.
And,
Brutal.
Natalie, make sure you mark down that you had a successful firearms check. And make sure you guys are keeping track of your successes. Make sure you fill in those little pips, because that's how we level up, as you remember. So...
And then I take cover.
Nice.
And then you run to cover. Okay, so that guy no longer has a gun, because one shot, that's all you got. And, so, let's see here. Since this fellow is, okay. You see this fellow, he's alive. Not sure how, but he is. And he's sort of just like crawling away, like into the group. And in that regard, well, what happened to all my bandits? Oh, well, they have initiative 50, so they're gonna sort of. This guy, particularly, the one that you made shoot the other guy, he's gonna run. So
I would certainly fucking hope so. Yeah.
This guy's gonna run. You just see a large group of them start to flee into the woods. And one of them is going to be brave and make a strength check and attempt to drag their boss. They fail. Another one's going to attempt to do it. They succeed. The one that failed is just going to say screw it and run up towards the stonemason.
Oh, this man has a death wish.
And this fellow with the gun is going to start, he's going to move at a regular movement rate since he's dragging. They're going to move, this guy's going to move up here. And they're going to start falling back. And I'll move them that much in case you wanted to interact. Don't like speeding like, oh, this is a villain and you can't kill him, he'll come back. It's just like, nah, it's alright. This fellow's going to get a running start and he's just going to, should have him go like this. He's going to charge at you.
Okay.
And,
how do reactions work in this again?
So, you have two choices. You can dodge, or you can fight back.
Oh, I'm gonna fight back. This guy's gonna get his skull caved in.
Okay, make a melee weapon of your choice.
I'm gonna use my calcified knuckles on this, so I target him. Yeah!
I forgot to tell you guys last night, when I was testing these rolls, I rolled 3 ones.
I saw that.
Nice.
I rolled another 1.
Oh.
Yeah. It's fair.
Omni, this guy has a table leg, and he's gonna take it, and he's just gonna break it right over your head. What's your health total?
15.
Beefy
I have 75 constitution.
You lucky bastard, because if that was one more point, you'd have to roll to remain conscious. This guy cracks you so hard over the head, you take 7 damage.
Ow.
Jesus.
You feel something crack and pop, and you realize that your eye is like sort of like twitching violently, and you realize it's kind of jutting out of your head now.
Jesus.
Lovely.
So yeah, that's 7 damage. This fellow has not been able to attack, but here's the thing about combat in Call of Cthulhu. If you choose to take or dodge or take a reaction, and there's more people fighting, you have to sit there and take it.
That would be nice to know. Okay.
Well, now you know.
Yeah, great, Red. Thanks. So helpful. Right up there with "Don't suck on that pistol; it might kill you after it happens."
Changing the stream title to "Learn to Play Actual."
School of Hard Knocks, Call of Cthulhu.
This fellow's gonna slide across the sort of limestoney path, and he's gonna see you. Since you're technically with cover, he's gonna make it with a penalty.
Yay.
But we'll see. Derek.
Yes. Did you roll a 1 on me?
I rolled a 3.
Oh, jeez.
Which is as good as a 1. I will. I mean, there's a chance it won't be. There's a chance it won't be it won't be an extreme. So let me roll that penalty, real quick.
Sometimes you're the hammer.
Let me do some quick maths here.
Sometimes you get nailed.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So 35. Oh nope, still a crit. Sorry.
Jesus.
So this fellow's gonna slide around the corner, and he looks pretty bold. Like, he's got this really nasty burn scar on the side of his face, like so much so that his eye is like wide open and exposed to you, and it's like bloodshot. He's going to slide across the ground real badass style and go. And now I need to roll and see if this thing malfunctions.
Please malfunction.
Blow up in his hands.
That would be perfect.
Nope.
Damn it.
Shot goes off, and you feel part of your mask shatter as he deals 7 damage to you.
Ow.
Make a Constitution roll.
Oh no.
See if you remain conscious, my boy.
Where is that? Right there. 49, barely. Holy shit.
TPK.
You're barely TPK. You're barely
Oh my
clinging.
God.
You're barely clinging on to life right now. You, your consciousness. This thing hit you so hard in the head. You feel like something's missing. There's a violent ringing in your ears, and then you realize you reach up to sort of touch your ear and realize that it's like almost gone. Like it just took everything with it. It just like slid past your brow right here and just tore right through the back.
Ow.
And you can tell that was a musket ball.
Yeah.
That wasn't a bullet. That was just like a round little projectile.
I figured.
And let's see, who else has to interact in combat? Let's see. Do I be a dick? Yeah, you guys just tried to engage a 14-man group. Yeah, I'm gonna be a dick. Fuck it.
I did not try to do shit. Some idiot shot for me.
Well, yeah, but they did a good job. You're not. So.
I haven't even moved.
Well, yeah, that's the point. So.
Fuck you. Anyway, do it.
So, Omni.
I can't do anything because I reacted as I found out. So go ahead and swing at me, and let's see if I die.
I rolled another 1.
God
Fuck
damn.
you. God damn it, Red. Why couldn't you
If
do
don't
this when
believe
you're
me, I
playing
will
on
share
our side?
screens.
I
I will
believe
share
you.
screens after this session. Oh my god. I was talking to Elise, I'm like, this doesn't bode well for them tomorrow.
No, it doesn't.
So,
Alright, how much damage do I die outright? Because I very well might.
so how much damage did you just take? 7?
I had 7, I have 8 health left.
Let's see here. No, you don't die outright, quote unquote. But you do go unconscious. You're
Cool.
taking exactly 8 damage.
Awesome.
As you got cracked over the head and you felt your eye pop out, you're sort of like stumbling backward, getting ready to fight them, and this guy comes up to you with a blunt metal object and cracks you right in the back of the leg, and that's just too much for you. You just collapse to the ground.
Cool.
Use the dynamite.
I go down. There's nothing else to tell.
Well, it's okay. You got plenty of turns to not die.
Great.
Since it is your turn, I will let you make a Constitution check to see how you're doing.
Oh, magnanimous of you. 4375.
Hey, that's
You're
pretty
clinging
good.
on. You're doing fine, actually. You're a bit strong. You're made of tougher stuff, you know. It may not look like it, but sorry, I'm just taunting you at this point.
No, it's alright. I went the entirety of the last campaign not going down once. I guess I earned it.
Folks at home, I'll post screenshots if you don't believe me. The ones here are ridiculous. Like, shit, I wish I could just, like, show these to player.
I wish you could use this kind of luck when you're playing your D&D character with us.
Right?
Here, I'll share the stream for people here, so that they don't think I'm fudging. I'm being 100%.
No, we
I
believe you.
you.
Yeah, 100.
I know. Okay, so you rolled a
Yeah,
1.
no.
This is when combat basically began. So there's all that. Okay, so that was
Yeah.
that was Elroy's con save. Strength save. Blunt
Mhm.
object 1. That was yours. Pipe pistol 3. Blunt object 1.
Jesus Christ. I'm actually angry seeing that, so I'm gonna stop looking at it.
I know you guys don't. I know you guys know I don't fudge, but like I just wanted to show you.
Mm-hmm.
It's so
Yep.
fucked. It's just proof I don't fudge because you're dying.
Yeah, no.
Big
Definitely don't fudge. 100%.
All right, Jihan, Mikolai, what are you doing?
Oh, I see
Better
this
be
go
good.
down. I see this go down, and I look at the dynamite, And I say they would want me to use it. You know?
No! I'm unconscious, and you would hear me giving you angry eyes. Hear you?
Angry eye.
They would want me to. And it just lands perfectly on the stonework and stuff.
I'll be very. If you fireball me out of D&D, I swear to God, I will find you and I will use a special set of skills on you.
I'll make you
I
cry
Oh
with
my
words.
I need to see the Twitch chat right now. This is too good.
No, you do your move thing. You do your move, dude. It is your turn.
So how proficient am I with a bow and arrow that I have?
Do you have a bow? Well,
You found it.
yeah, that's right. You found it. Well, 25. That's the default skill for weapons.
Oh god.
So.
Construct it into something else.
Alright, I'm gonna put a laser on it.
Seconds. Yeah.
Put a laser
I put a
sight
la-
on it.
Compound bow over here.
There it goes. Oh,
What are you
crap.
trying to do?
Oh, I was gonna put the laser sight on.
Actual.
You find like a laser pointer and you're like trying to tape it on, it just falls off and it goes clattering out of the tower down to the ground.
Alright, so
You're
what
watching as
would that
people
be?
die and you're fucking around with duct tape and a laser pointer.
What would that be? A rifle or a firearm skill?
It'd just be a roll a d20 and see if you get a 25.
Alright.
D100.
Okay, so that's
So
what you're
D100?
firing. Are you firing the stick of dynamite?
Oh no, can I just like shoot something that I see?
You have a gun, right?
Yeah, but it's a
Oh,
sawed off, so it's not got much range.
True.
You could borrow that
Yeah.
pistol from Natalie's character. I don't think
Oh,
you have
she's-
pistols left.
She's got a pistol. Give me a gun. Alice, give me a gun.
It's that or get blown up, Natalie. Your choice.
I only have a limited amount of bullets.
Just.
I love Call of Cthulhu combat. Oh my
I'm gonna also say there is an alternative. Don't give him a gun and tell him to please not kill you all with dynamite. Just an option.
What happened to the bow and arrow plan, though?
That's not gonna work.
He
got a
dropped his
fucking-
laser pointer. He's fucked. He can't do it
It's got
anymore.
a 1 in 4 chance that will work.
He can do it. I believe in
Oh,
him.
yeah. You want me to shoot the bow and arrow?
He wants
You
you to
know,
blow
actually-
them all up. Yeah, absolutely. The guy who just fucking crit on us 3
I don't
times
want
in a row.
him to
What's
use the
the
dynamite, but I'm kind of
kidding.
stingy about my weapons.
See, D&D makes you feel like superheroes. Call of Cthulhu makes you feel like a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him my pistol. He's gonna like drop it over the edge of the cliff or something and break it.
Just like, give me pistol, okay. Just throws it.
It just falls.
Oh shit, do you have another pistol?
Oh my god.
Give
Oh,
backup
shit.
pistol.
Please, where's our backup pistol? Everyone has backup pistol.
Hey, I'm gonna spot hidden again. Maybe there's something else up here.
Alright, yeah, sure, go ahead.
Damn it.
Okay. I shoot bow and arrow then.
You literally can't
You're
roll
wrong.
under a 20 under most days. Why?
You're gonna
Can I
kill
shoot it
me.
off to the?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
shoot it. Shoot it, yeah.
Can I
go
shoot
ahead.
it off to the side?
Where are you aiming? Well, just ping a spot on the map you're aiming.
Okay.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you're trying to create like a fear factor. Okay.
Okay, that's smart.
Let's.
Well, you could
let's
shoot
go.
it. You could shoot it like right here.
Where at? Oh.
Right here.
Right here.
Like a roll. Let's see it. Let's see how bad this goes.
Is this a luck roll? What is that?
No, this. You roll a d20 and tell me if you get something below a
D100,
20 or d100. Yeah, apologies.
D100.
See what
Alright.
you get.
I'm sorry, guys. I have to save on me.
I don't think there's any saving me, man.
So you rolled a 63. You shoot it, but you're gonna push.
Oh, let
Otherwise,
me.
I'm gonna take complete control of where it lands. Either way, I'm gonna take complete control of where it lands. Let me make that.
Let me use my bonus die.
It's not going to change a 69
you
to a
need
50.
you need to roll a 25. That's a 63. The math don't check out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, yeah, I was looking at the thing above that, my bad. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Alright. Well, let me push it. That way, me and Alice go, but the other two can make it, you know?
That's not
No.
probably what's going to happen.
What?
I'm literally on the ground with a table leg replacing about a fifth of my skull. I am
All right.
definitely not going anywhere.
Alright, right.
You're the stoneworker anymore. You're the carpenter. Oh.
Let's kill ourselves on the 1% chance that they'll wake up with their head injuries and not be, completely
He's
messed
probably.
up.
Let's see what you got. No, Gian, come on, let's see what you got, man.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Oh, you want to push it?
Yeah, let's push it. Let's see it.
Oh, crap.
Let's see it. No, let's see it. You don't have to. I'm just encouraging you to. Like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes.
Hey, fucking one! Let's fucking go! Hell yeah, Gian, that's my boy, dude.
Praise the sun.
All this shit's coming back to bite me. Well, okay, Jihad. It doesn't land where you want it to land, but it lands in the most opportune place you would want it to land. It explodes in 3 meters. It lands about right here, and it kills. Well, actually, let me roll the damage because this is. So actually, Jihan, why don't you roll the damage? 4d10.
4d10. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Make a little
no,
blast
it's
damage.
dynamite. I don't know what else to say.
23.
What's the area of effect for it? How big is the blast wave?
3 meters. So let me get a 3 meter diameter. So that'll be basically 1.5 of these. So that'll be the diameter.
Okay.
So like that.
So if you put it right here, that'll catch these two.
Let's see. 2, 4, 6.
What do you-
So it should be
yeah, catch
something
that.
About like that. As the keeper, I am going to say where it lands.
Okay.
If it would let me select the circle, that'd be just fucking dandy. Roll 20, goddammit. It's gonna land right here.
Nice.
Since you rolled a 1, I'm gonna play it up a little bit.
Hell yeah.
So, you light this thing, and you loose it, and you see this thing just go sailing. And you're just, like, watching it go closer and closer towards Nihilus and the stoneworker, and you just sort of say a little prayer like, I fucked up.
Blood of my fathers.
And, it lands behind these 3 thugs, and they turn to look at it. And one moment they're there, next moment, blood and sinew just splatter everything in the general area. Gunpowder and smoke just absolutely eviscerate all of these. And the only thing that kept the stoneworker alive was the fact that they were standing in the way. Stoneworker's completely fine. He's just covered in soot. The other two don't know what to do with this information. So start of the turn order. You're gonna hear a loud rat-a-tat-tat, like a rapid fire of gunshots. Nothing like these guys have, but like this sounds like a rapid fire gun. Something most of you probably haven't heard this before. So make a sanity roll for me, if you're conscious.
Shooting it fast.
Yeah, shooty fast, make scared.
The trigger.
Gian couldn't even hear it over the sound of.
Hey, everybody should be deaf right now, alright? So they can't hear anything.
I'm shook that my gun isn't the most powerful one here.
You see a very small woman run out of the woods, and she has this strange, like, T-shaped weapon, and it is just, like, pluming with, like, yellow, red flame, as she's just, like, rapid firing this thing. This guy just turns to look and see what's going on, and by the time he does, he's gonna get absolutely riddled with holes. And, she is not done rapid fire. She doesn't even take her finger off the trigger. She just pivots and starts shooting. And let me see here. I'm gonna make a roll for this one. Da da da. I forgot. You guys are gonna like the name of your weapon. Let me just say that. Okay. Well, so she fires in volleys, and that's how automatic weapons work. Automatic weapons in Call of Cthulhu are fucking insane. Like, you can deal easily 30 damage in a single round of volley fire with these things. So you see this fellow, Nihilus, as you're getting ready to figure out like what the fuck you're gonna do in this situation.
I'm going to go put my claw through his face.
Yeah, it's just like you heard this big explosion that sort of threw you off. Also, if you succeeded on your sanity check, forget it. You don't take any anything at all.
I succeeded.
Natalie, you take 1 sanity damage because you've never heard a gun fire that fast. Because like that's fucking intimidating.
Oh my God, what is going on?
Gone fast?
This fellow starts getting riddled with holes and he starts stumbling and he goes careening over the edge.
I love it.
Hell yeah.
These are the only 2 left. Natalie, you see them slinking off into the woods. If you do attempt to take another shot at them, you're going to take out a bit of a penalty, since they're sort of like getting behind cover and foliage.
Please drop that dude who's dragging the guy away.
Yeah.
I would, if I live, I have words for him.
I'll give it my best shot.
So who are you shooting? Are you shooting? Are you
the
shooting
guy who's dragging the gang leader away?
Got it.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Roll the d10 penalty.
Roll low. Nice.
Okay, you're good.
Okay.
You still get the shot.
Nice.
15 damage. God damn.
This guy has his boss under the arms and he's dragging him and he looks up for just a moment and you see his head just disappear into a fine red mist of smoke and it just slumps to the ground on top of the boss. And as far as you know, combat is over.
I rushed straight at the boss.
Death. Your new compatriot here is going to attempt a first aid check to make sure that the stone worker doesn't die. Let me see. She is somewhat proficient in first aid, but good luck.
If I die to a botched fucking medical savior roll here, I'm extremely upset.
No, you're awake. You're awake with 1 hit point. You feel like shit. Like you feel. She's gonna pop your eye back into your head very carefully. Just like, sort of like pulls the side of your face down and just like use a very clean cloth and just sort of ease it back in. And you feel that sort of schlucking feeling as you come to consciousness. It's sort of like sucking an egg up through a water bottle.
Yeah.
I feel like that image.
I groan and sort of like hand on her shoulder. It's like 1 second. And I use the back of my hand to kind of push it the rest of the way in. Where is he?
You just hear a as I throw him in front of you.
Sure. Just threw him 20 meters.
I imagine I dragged him. And
Oh yeah, you just like hooked your claw into his clothing and started pulling him across the grove.
Yep. And then just roughly throwing him at our feet.
I actually wish to crack all the bones in my neck there. In real life, that was nice. Turns towards the...
I definitely have his shotgun, by the way. I have it just like slung over my shoulder with my right hand.
He didn't even get to fire a shot.
And it's already click-clacked, so I'm going to aim his own gun at the back of his head.
He is unconscious.
Oh. Well, I'm still going to aim it and look at you, like...
Not yet. I'm going to turn to look at the newcomer. Thanks.
She is a very small woman. She is like maybe 5'2", but she's sort of like this T-shaped pistol. She's going to drop this weird rectangular box magazine out of it and start feeding bullets into it. and it has a little sling, so it's just like it doesn't go anywhere; it just hangs on. She looks like she's from a very far away place. Like she does not look like she's from around here. She has this very ornate, nice looking, almost ritualistic looking dagger, sort of like pinned to her shawl, and she just gives you a very friendly smile. Seems I showed up in an opportune time.
Yeah, it did. My head.
Oh, you'll be fine, you big baby. Even though you're literally like fucking bleeding from orbs. So she
No, I've probably got blood like out of my mouth. I'm gonna sort of kneel down to this guy, and I'm gonna take a look at his chest and see how severe the wound is, if there is like any actual like wound in there.
Okay, so what exactly are you doing?
He's kneeling down to see whether or not the shell, the elephant gun, has actually penetrated the armor and caused a sucking chest wound. What do you think?
It's wedged. Like it, you see like these metal plates bent, and you ever see somebody shoot a hole through like a phone book?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of what it looks like. Everything's like all of his like armorings are sort of like splintering
so
out,
it's
like a crater.
It's cratered like in his chest.
Into him.
Yeah, it's like stuck.
Oh, we're never gonna get that armor out.
Oh, that's fine.
That's what you're worrying about. I appreciate your priority.
I can cut it off with my
No,
torch.
but this looks like the it looks like the exit wound of a hollow point.
That's fair. All right.
It's very violent. It's just like this big crater in his chest.
I roughly kick him over to where he's on his back.
Well, he rolls over onto his back, and it got stuck in him. That bullet did not go clean through. Like the back of his jacket's in very good shape.
Just yell from the tower, sorry.
I take his jacket.
The stoneworker slowly turns to the tower and just sort of waves groggily. Nice shot.
Does this guy have more ammo on him?
Yeah. So in the gun are 4 shells. On the gun are 4 shells. He has a little rack. So it has 8 shells total. This is a 12 gauge shotgun. So if you would like to add this to your inventory, let me find. I named it something very special.
Nice.
If I could find the goddamn thing.
It's not for me though. It is
move.
for Ellis. She got the kill.
Yes.
She gets the jacket. She gets the gun.
You see, this is actually a very nice shotgun. It's very old, but you could tell that this savage took good care of it. He polished it, and he has like nice little metal engravings on it, and in very fancy, nice cursive, it says Maria.
Lovely.
Very nice. I elegantly swaddle the gun in his jacket in a way to present it to my companion. And then I feel the side of my face that's like still missing, and I realize some of the mask has been shattered. And is there any metal around that I could feasibly have melted down and then reframed onto my mask by Mikolai?
Oh yeah, use the metal plates from the gang leader's code.
Perfect.
But as you sort of reveal this wound as you're touching at it, your new companion looks at you. Let me take a look at that. That thing is going to get infected faster than you'd imagine. Just let me touch you up a little bit. She's gonna open up a metal box and reveal that she has like a first aid kit. So she's actually prepared to go. You're a bit sinister looking, aren't you?
I consider for a moment not letting her tend to my wounds, but I don't think that this is exactly heresy, so okay.
Small woman tend wound. Not heresy.
Well, it's medicine and science and shit.
Yeah, no, it's just she's you feel it sting, and she sort of like wipes it down with some sort of disinfectant, probably some sort of alcohol, highly distilled alcohol, and she starts wrapping your face up. She doesn't even take off your mask because she just seems to know that might be a tradition. She doesn't want to, bother with that sort of thing. So.
Okay.
Now you won't get infected.
Nice.
You can have a single hit point back just for that.
Yay.
Just on it.
No, that would be bad for me.
Spit on it.
The stoneworker turns towards Nihilus and just sort of nods at the gang leader. Let's take him up to the cliff. I want to speak to him before we do whatever we're going to do.
I start taking him over to this cliff.
I'll help him. I figure we're probably going to want to go further in just in case these bandits come back. So, like, probably, if I can find where the damn ping is.
It just hold left click.
Oh, okay. If it'll zoom for me. Come on.
Would you guys prefer to just stay on this battle map while we roll?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm down with it.
I didn't make an interior for the lighthouse, so shut up.
Over there.
I did not have time to do that.
It's very fair, man.
Oh, Nihilus is chilling out in like one of the big outcroppings of rock.
Yeah, that's where he said he wanted to take the guy.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yoink.
Okay. I will drag him over there for you.
Thank you.
You are
So,
welcome.
I'll give it a second for other folks to do other things.
Yeah. So, you see this woman approach, and she sort of like reaches up and waves her hand in a friendly sort of manner.
She's waving up to us.
Yes.
I think as we sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. It's just gonna take a second. I think as we're dragging the body over, or the guy over there, I want to give the thing to Ellis, and then I also give Octavia a sign that says blood tithe, so she knows to bring out my special claw. Go ahead, Jihan.
All right, I'm gonna either charm or intimidate. I'm not sure. So I'm gonna do a D2 or D4, and the higher would be charm.
Okay.
All right, I'm intimidating.
Jesus Christ.
You are charming.
Oh crap!
You think you're giving her a friendly smile that's like all menacing?
Yeah, I give her a smile with an orange peel.
Interesting
Give her
way
a
of
smile,
saying
but
hello.
your teeth is just covered in sauerkraut.
Hello.
Hello,
hello.
pretty lady.
Friendly scowl.
Friendly scowl. Right. Anybody a bit more friendly to talk to here?
I'm probably looking her up and down, thinking to myself like, "Oh, you think your gun's better than mine?"
You think you're better than me?
You call that puny thing a gun? This is a real gun.
If you're saying that in character, I encourage you to say that in character.
Oh my god.
She just like pull out her gun and is like, what's wrong with this? It's just fucking. What's wrong with it? Like, Anyway, I just saved your friends' lives. Maybe a thank you, or perhaps a bit of food, a pot of tea.
You like pickles? I got a lot of pickles.
I will take a pickle. That'll.
I have one.
How do I get in this place? She gestured around.
I do give her pickles.
Toss her a jar of pickles. Ephraim's sort of like, I'll go let her in.
I did just save all lives. I mean,
the two of you notice, the two of you being Mikolai and Ellis, you see that Mullins is giving her a very strange look, like he recognizes her almost.
I want my pickles back. If he doesn't trust her, I don't trust her.
They're taking pickles. It's not good to me.
I am going to like subtly walk over to him, just kind of like stand near where he's standing, get like better look at his expression. Actually, can I do what I have that might give me some insight into what he's thinking.
You can just like climb on down this scaffolding. It's not too hard to climb down.
Not good at psychology. Don't really have anything. This is probably gonna fail, but let's see. Yeah. I mean, that was close to.
Okay. Well, your psychology doesn't really give you. You're not really able to like deeply analyze what he's thinking just by the look on his
being
face.
around people. I've been in the woods for so long.
You're used to reading what the wolves are thinking and saying. He just, in a word, he just looks distrustful. Who's clickety clacking?
Multiple people.
Bastards. No, you're good. I'm just fucking around. Mullins is gonna head inside after this happens, and now then, let the ritual commence.
Excellent. So I imagine that the stoneworker, he's awake, but man, he hurts. So he's gonna be keeping this at a distance for safety purposes.
Oh
so,
yeah, you're in real bad shape.
yeah, normally he would be like hauling this guy up by the scruff of his neck, but none of that today. Instead,
First aid help.
It did, but 1 hit point out of 15 is not a good place to be right now.
Well, I know. I'm saying if someone else did another first aid check on you, would that potentially give you more health back?
In Call of Cthulhu, getting health back is hard.
Okay,
You need a
I
week's
just don't know
rest.
the mechanics, so that's what I was asking. Is it
Yeah,
worth me doing one? Because I have a high first aid stat.
High first aid would help the healing process. It would allow him to heal faster over time. But each week,
Okay,
I would
so
have
wait
you
a
make
week
a
to do
first aid
one.
check, and depending on the conditions,
God, I'm
gonna be
so
more and more
screwed for a
difficult.
while. So, while he sort of has this guy, I imagine, pushed to the edge of the cliff, but not like, obviously not over it yet. Like, he sort of wants him, like, pretty close to it. And he's just gonna pick up a rock and just throw it at the guy's face to wake him up. Well, not huge, but just think about baseball sized. Just like, not even really a hard throw, just like a toss. Just obnoxiously wake him up.
You're not waking him up. No matter what you do, he is not waking up.
Oh.
He's clinging to consciousness right now.
Can I
The
do a
consciousness?
first aid check
Sorry,
on that
he's
guy
unconscious
to
right
try and wake him up?
Clinging to life.
Hmm.
What do you want to do to try to wake him up?
Use my first aid on him.
If you want to go all the way down there.
If you want, actually, the stoneworker would very much like to talk to this gentleman.
Give it my best shot.
I mean, you don't have to give it your best shot. You can just, a 75 out of 75, that's great.
Yeah, that's actually great. Yeah,
I
it's
didn't go
perfect.
above and beyond, but I did enough to,
You fucked him up real good.
Well, you
I
shot him
feel
in the
weird
chest.
healing the person that I just tried killing, so I'm not gonna do anything really special.
You get out a pair of
Karma.
tweezers that are more like an ice claw, like those things that they used to grab ice blocks with.
Jesus.
And you sort of like start pulling the bullet out, and he starts like writhing and groaning.
So is he returning to consciousness now, or is he
Yeah, his eyes flutter open.
perfect? So the stoneworker is going to stand there. His cloak's going to be drawn pretty far over his body, since he doesn't want to betray the fact that he's kind of got a bit of a hunch right now, and he's kind of probably leaning really hard on his legs to stand. So, what was that about your name again?
Are you like leaning over him, or are you just like looking?
I'm
down
not
at him?
particularly close, but I am almost. I'm huge. I'm size 80, whatever that approximates out to in height. So he's towering over this guy. He's just not close enough to be like within sweeping kick range. Not that he would, but I don't want this idiot to get an idea and try to take me over the ledge with him.
He's gonna go to like naturally reach for his shotgun and just grab it air.
Yeah.
Probably pull it off of my back and just like holding it in my hand, kind of fidgeting or like, you know, moving it around.
He looks around and see that he's just like surrounded by all these people.
I said your name. What was it again?
He gestured for you to come closer because he was obviously pretty weak.
I can fucking hear you.
He'd be mumbling and it'd be almost incoherent.
Fuck. He's gonna literally kneel down a little bit, and as he does, he's gonna put his stone hand right over this guy's wound, not to apply pressure, but like with the idea of, if you try something funny, I'm gonna put it fucking through you. So he gets close enough.
You see his face twist around a little bit like he's trying to like muster words. And he looks up at you a little bit and just spits the nastiest clot of blood and mucus just right into your face.
Well, famous last words. And he's gonna stand up, and he's just gonna hold his hands out, and then push. And as he does, he's going to use... I'm gonna actually use his spell. I know it's gonna take magic points. I don't care. He's gonna burn... I'd be willing to say, let's see exactly how this works. So each magic point invested yields 2d10 strength of force. So he's going to invest 2 points of magic in this out of his remaining 8, and literally smash him into the ground with force of will, and just like split the ground beneath him as he does. So let me just bam. Cool, hard success. 4d10. He has 1 hit point, 16 damage.
So,
Insta-jibbed.
you're cracking stone beneath him, right?
I'm literally forcing him into the ground with such force, he's splitting her.
Everybody there make a dex save.
Oh, no.
You're on a very thin outcropping to be doing something like that.
That's fair.
Oh.
I die. That's cool.
Oh, no, you're not dying.
No, I know.
Alice, that includes you.
You know what? I'm going to re-roll it. I have the re-roll. Why not? I'm not going to be making many rolls for a while. So, there we go.
Kind of regret coming down here.
Sorry about that.
Make a dex roll for me, Alice.
No, I did.
Did you?
Yeah, didn't I?
Where is
No,
it?
no, you didn't.
No, it didn't show up.
Oh, I saw Omni's, and I thought that was mine.
Oh.
No, that was mine. Then I re-rolled. Jesus Christ.
You want to push it?
Do I what?
Do you want to push it?
I pushed it. I got a success.
Oh, screw it.
Nice.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah. that's where it
So, in his rage, he stands up with the blood sort of dripping off of his face and casts his spell. And this entirety of this little, like, outcropping, this sort of, like, arm that's reaching out, it's a bit of a, I call it a natural buttress. It shakes. Like, violently, as you, like, fracture part of the stone. This fellow very clearly gets swallowed up by it and just splatters. And, Nihilus, your 2 companions, I'm gonna roll for them as well.
Oh, no.
Oh, Jesus.
Companion 2?
So Octavia's fine, but your old man, not so much.
Oh, no.
Old man, can I roll to try and grab him with strength and pull him back?
You may.
As I'm jumping back, I like grab him in the same motion.
If you want to save Decimus.
I want to save Decimus.
He's a nice guy.
Nice.
There we go.
You see him going, sort of almost like tumbling over the edge in his like old hunched over state, and you just reach out and like grab him like Squid Game style, and you pull him back.
He makes some really shitty tea, but he shouldn't have to die for that.
He just sort of looks over at you and gives you a little nod. But you can tell behind the eyes of his mask, he's just thinking, you probably just made a really big mistake saving my life.
Pushed him back over.
Throw him back like a
Well, in
fish.
that case. Wait, I thought I was saving the old man.
Oh, you're
Decimus.
saving the Decimus.
My boy.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said the old man. Okay.
Oh no, the old man's all the way up here. He's hanging out, chilling, relaxing, maxing, all cool.
I nod to you for saving Decimus, and then I look to the stoneworker, and I'm very upset with him.
I slowly turn
Girl.
to look at everyone else. Sorry, I'm clearly still. I need to sit down. And he's just gonna stalk off, very visibly pissed, unless someone tries to stop him and go back inside.
Yeah, there's like a little
Stay
gate
out of
over
the
here.
way.
Yeah.
Waiting at the gate would be Charlie, and she'd sort of just be. I said Charlie. You don't even know her name yet. Sorry.
Yeah,
She'd be leaning on the fence, just looking at you. She'd be biting at a pickle.
He would.
So.
Go ahead.
Tethered.
Yes.
Two tethered in the same place.
Strange times.
How about that?
He's gonna pause at the gate. How about you? I haven't seen a weapon like that anywhere near.
Is the mountain this primitive? No, you're not from the mountain. You're from somewhere else.
Yeah, further south than that.
She looks you up and down with a very analytical gaze.
Literally takes the necklace he has around his neck and the shard of glass around and holds it up.
Glaswell.
Good guess.
Not a guess. I know things. I know a lot of things, actually. I know a lot about you, too.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. Seeing the way you fight, or rather, the way you didn't fight, I'm learning. You're a bit slow. Bit of a slugger in that regard, I think.
Not wrong. Normally I don't try to fight 8 people at a time.
I would never have attempted that. I salute you for your bravery and foolhardiness. I should introduce myself, but I'll wait for the rest of your traveling companions to gather up.
That's fair. He pauses. And thank you again. You probably saved both our lives, me and Nihilus.
Nihilus. A sinister name for a sinister face.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And he's gonna walk into the tower.
Oh, I need to take the unconscious icon off of you. I just realized you fucking daydreaming.
just that would explain why I nearly took down the whole area over there. Sleep casting, a dangerous thing. I need medication for that.
Sleep casting? Man, wizards are dangerous. The sleep caster. Mr. Sleepy. That's what they call him. So we're an hour 30, and do we want to take a little bit of break before we get back to some
sounds like a good move.
I'm down with that.
All right, don't go anywhere, anybody. We're going to take a quick 5 to 10, and then we will return with more AEUS the Mountain.
welcome back. we just got done watching some of our player characters get brutalized. They're almost dead. That's fine. So, for those of you that don't know in the chat, Call of Cthulhu is a very brutal system in the regard that healing is a very slow and strenuous process. So it sort of encourages people to not get into fights, because just like in real life, if you break your fucking arm, you're not going to be in good shape the next day, right? You can't just long rest it off. Call of Cthulhu is a very gritty game in that regard. There's a reason some people don't like it for that reason. It's just like, well, I want to be able to just adventure and get back to it. But it's just the idea, it sets it in reality a little bit more. And that's why I chose this system for AEUS, because AEUS is a very brutal and real world, and most people here are just people. Even the tethered are just people underneath all of their magical powers. As we saw, because Omni became a fucking coffee table.
Yeah.
And Derek had half of his face blown off, so...
I'm okay.
With a super...
I'm not, but yeah.
Oh, you'll be fine. The only thing hurt is your ego.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So, as it were, I'll put all of you in the tower. And, seems like some introductions are in line. So, players, carry out as you were. You can, at the end of this little roleplay session, we'll decide how much downtime you're going to have, or how much you're going to spend in downtime, and what you're going to be doing in said downtime, etc.
Nikolai will probably be celebrating with Ephraim.
Doing the dynamite dance, right? Is that what you're...
Yeah, the dynamite dance. He's like, you saved us all. The savior. The dynamite dance.
Ephraim can't boogie woogie like he used to, so he'll just sort of like nod in approval and sit down and like whirl his little finger like, yeah. So this place isn't in good shape, obviously. Definitely a fixer-upper. Pardon me. And in that regard, those of you that need to heal, which is 2 of you, you're going to have a very difficult time doing that. Any sort of healing checks you're going to make at the end of a week are going to be made with a penalty, just because this place is in bad shape. But if you spend some time, if your companions and allies spend some time trying to clean and fix the place up a wee bit, perhaps it'll be in better shape. And you won't get a penalty.
Yeah, he'll take care of it.
Obviously, there's not really a lot of things in the wasteland that resemble a hospital, so I'm not going to be like, you need to have sterilized tools and all that, because that's not a it's not a standard you can achieve. So
That's fair.
I need to heal.
Yeah. You guys might want to help with that if you can. I know that the Stonework will try a little bit to clean little things here and there, but otherwise he will stalk about the place like a vengeful fucking ghost and be largely in a dark humor for quite some time, and probably quiet. So if anyone wants to engage him, you need to approach him. Just a heads up.
No, Nihilus is still pretty fucking mad at you for taking away his blood tide, so I'm probably not talking to you at all.
You took my blood tide, so I'm not talking to you. So Nikolai, you're spending your first week sort of like repairing the place, is what you're saying?
Yeah, and like putting a correct lock on the door. The last one didn't fit. So.
That's fair. So you're putting up like metal sheets and stuff like that, and like getting proper scaffolding put down, and like fixing up walls and shit like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Nikolai's first week covered. Those of you that need to heal, I will let you do light to moderate activity. You're not going to be able to do something as strenuous as fixing a building if you still wish to heal. You need to have bed rest.
I don't give a fuck about this building.
Well, you're going to be here for a while, so you might.
Nihilus doesn't give a fuck about this building.
Okay, that's
That's a big one.
Hey, so you said if we fix it up, they heal faster.
Heal without a penalty, so technically faster, yeah.
Oh.
I will pull up the rules for healing in Call of Cthulhu, because like everything in Call of Cthulhu, the healing rules are very long.
Where would we be posted up in the tower? Is my first question.
Oh, let's see. So make sure you guys both tick your major wound box.
Okay.
Because now you've both suffered major wounds. So here's the thing with major wound. To clear it, you need to do healing. But in the meantime, if you fall to 0 hit points with a major wound, instantly die.
Nice.
So, Nihilus, if you take another blow like that, you're gone.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know that in your heart. Like, you're just like, yep, if I get hit like that again, I'm not going to survive it. Stoneworker, well, you just popped your eye back into your head, so that kind of speaks for itself. You kind of don't want to become one of those things where, you know, those sledgehammer games at like a carnival where they hit it and the bell pops out. That would be your eye next time. But
yeah, it's very fair.
So let's see here. So first aid was delivered within an hour, so you guys get 1 hit point recoveries like I gave you.
Nice.
It may be attempted once, blah blah blah. Subsequent attempts constituting a push roll. That's upsetting. Let's see. Dying. You're not dead yet.
Yay.
So you both have major wounds. So major wound recovery is a little bit different than regular damage recovery. So you have to make a con roll at the end of every week.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I failed. Can I push myself?
Hard success.
Can I push myself to sleep harder? Technically, yes.
What happens if I fail?
That's for me to know and you to find out.
I don't want to find out. I can wait a week.
You have a hard time sleeping because like something keeps crawling over you while you're trying to sleep, and you find out it's like a cockroach the size of a $50, and it like keeps wearing you out. No matter how many times you try to get rid of it, the thing always slips away. Like it's just wearing you out in your recovery.
Oh god.
Stonework, you had a hard success.
Yes.
I would add a bonus die if you guys were in a complete rest or having a complete rest in a comfortable environment, but you're not.
It's okay. I don't think I can get a fucking 50 out of that.
I mean, you could always push.
No, I'm good.
What, you see the look on my face.
Can I give him first aid to help?
The first aid was already administered. So let me double check here. Medicines for dying, first aids for hit recovery. Yeah, no. First aid's essentially for like, it's called first aid for that reason. It's just like, this is a
first response aid. Yeah.
None of you have skill in medicine, I don't think.
I don't remember if I do. No, I definitely fucking don't.
No, I have 1.
You have a 1.
Yeah, no.
Are you actually attempting something? Or
no. I'm not going to do it. It was first aid that I had.
That was Jihan that rolled that. Jihan, what are you doing with that?
Oh, just showing off my medicine.
Showing off the fat one that you have in medicine.
I don't know people's body.
I don't know people's body. Okay, so Stoneworker, roll a d3 for me. That's how many hit points you recover in the first week.
Cool. I'm just gonna, if I can get the advanced dice roller out. I have a d3. They don't even have a d3, so we're just gonna use a d6 and then just do the thing. Roll. So, oh, nice. So it's 3. Well,
yeah,
no,
so
that's
2.
Yeah, it's 2 because it's on the d3.
So you'll get 2 hit points back. I just like to imagine Derek's just like, I'm gonna push my recovery roll. I'm gonna sleep harder. It doesn't wake up. Just like, I'm gonna sleep so hard. Fucking dies. Oh, no. Alice, what are you doing with your first week of downtime?
I guess I will use, I'm thinking, spot hidden to locate what major areas I should be cleaning on the interior, like which messes, whatever are the most crucial to be cleaned to help get this environment not be so icky and not good for healing.
Okay, yeah, make a spot hidden check for me. You can push that. I'm not gonna do anything horrible. Like, you're not gonna step on a fucking bear trap or something. I'm just like, as you're sort of like looking around the place, like a book comes down and clonks you on the head,
Ow.
and you take 1 damage. You feel concussed for a moment as you like stumble, like Leahy out of the trailer.
He's butt cleaning. You guys are on your own.
Yeah, no, this seems to be the theme. I'm looking at a lot of red in our field right now.
We did really good last time.
Yeah. I actually did have a question, Red.
Sure.
I know while we're healing, are we also getting magic points back as well?
You get 1 point of magic back for each day that you've rested, so technically you guys have all your shit back. So.
Okay, thank you. Figured I'd ask because I knew that was relevant.
Your magic, boy.
What about my bullet? My bullet?
Your bullets? Your bullets don't regenerate. I'm afraid to say.
Only my handgun bullets do. Not
my bullets
yours.
regenerate in my gun. That's some Destiny shit.
Well, in Destiny, you shoot light. It's not even ballistic weapons that you're firing. It's like literally like your power channeled into the weapon, taking on whatever form that gun is programmed to shoot out.
Yeah, your ghost literally makes the matter. But yeah.
Fucking nerds.
Love that game.
It's got good lore.
Yeah, it does.
So that's the first week of recovery. You notice that your new friend is getting. Oh, you guys never introduced yourself to your new friend. So who's gonna break the ice?
Mikolai will do it while he's fixing up.
After your intimidating smile.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my shirt off, while I'm working, with my old man 6-pack.
You're like 30. Nikolai's like 30 or something. He's not that old.
All right, and then he's gonna do a charming thing because the intimidation didn't work before.
Yeah.
So there we go. Oh crap! I'm using my bonus die.
You have a bonus. Use that bonus die.
There you go.
Okay, there you go. So
nice.
You had a successful regular charm.
Out of a 15, though.
That's still good. Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna tell her you come around these parts often while I'm working.
Sweating, just like like rubbing a ice cold Pepsi over your chest and shit like that. She just looks over at you. She's like helping dust and stuff like that. You never even told me your name. Why are you trying to make advances?
Mikolai of Mikolai Enterprises.
Mikolai Enterprises, really? Are these your employees?
You can say that.
I don't work for him.
You can definitely not say that.
Noted. Yeah, charming bunch. I'm Charlotte Burns. I'm from the very far east. Ooh, mystical, right? You can call me Charlie.
East. Where is that on the map?
You hear Mullins grumble something. He was like fixing up a table.
Very far east. Out of character. Would I know of any particular like region or city state that I might have heard about back in Glaswell that would be from that would make sense where this level of technology would come from?
Out of character?
I mean, out of character, I'm asking if that's something that the stoneworker might be able to attempt to roll on in character.
Yeah, sure, you can attempt it. It'll be a hard success, though, on whatever you're trying to get. You're trying to like elect on something.
Alright, I figure on that, go with... Can we make it a listen check? Like something he overheard in the past?
It's a bit of a stretch.
If that's the case, then...
maybe just an intelligence... Well...
Library.
Or an education roll?
Like an education roll, yeah, that'd be appropriate.
There we go.
An extreme success. Damn.
Oh,
He did
You
tutor
know-
under the glazier. He has listened in the past.
yeah. So you're a bit more worldly than people were giving you shit for. She's from Orgunchai,
Okay.
so
Okay.
she is a stalker.
Oh. Okay. That puts it in a lot of perspective, actually.
Yeah, she's from very, very far to the
Yeah.
east.
Very
And,
far.
Well, Omni, we technically wrote this together with Cassie and Al, but I'll freshen your.
Yeah, please do. I'm actually dusting off my old show notes for this one.
So the people of the Far East, they grow these really high crops, and they wear stilts to harvest these crops.
Yes. Okay. The poison water. I gotcha. Okay.
And
Yep.
they're known for their ability to inherently destroy the entirety of the East and even more like centralized areas just by saying,
Right.
yeah, we're going to open our poisoned waterways and just like completely screw everybody over. So
Right.
yeah, they're a pretty
toxic
big
megaton.
kingdom. Yeah, they're toxic. Well, they're a very powerful nation. As far as you know,
Right.
they're very big. You know, they have a class system that's literally, or a caste system rather, and they're very, very well organized.
Hmm.
They're terrifying, and the fact that this person has a weapon that can fire rounds off like nothing, that's even more terrifying to you, because that means that those people's technology is up by a
Yeah.
lot.
Far more advanced than I'd heard of, probably. In fairness, the glazier probably is going by whatever knowledge he gets from trade in the region. And I imagine the Far East doesn't get too far over to Glaswell very often.
No, never. Glasgow is
So-
like southwest compared to the Far East.
Yeah. So, oof, man, that's crazy. So he'd probably turn his head a little bit towards her. Or Gunshai.
Oh, you're a bit smarter than you look.
Huh. Surprised I didn't know you had that level of technology out there.
And you don't? Oh, that's right. In Glasgow, you still use spears and sticks.
Yes, because in Glaswall, we have to fight creatures that wouldn't be kind enough to wait for you to reload.
Well, maybe just live somewhere else.
Yes, well, you take what you get. Glaswall's a lovely place when you want to live there.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Huh. And he's just going to go back to sort of, probably, I imagine, like, cleaning off his cot of random crap on it.
Oh, did I show you guys the handout? I probably didn't, because I'm stupid. There we go.
Ooh, try.
Ah, cute.
Yes. She's a very terrifying 5'2" lady.
With a dog.
She's gonna be Mrs. Mikolai when I'm done.
Somehow I doubt that.
Jesus.
Ah, yes. Hello, Mrs. Mikolai Enterprises. How are you?
She just suddenly gains an accent after marrying you.
Oh my god.
Accent, yeah. This was rite of passage.
Interesting weapon. Mind if I take a look?
Yes, I do, actually. I call it the Chatterbox. You know why?
Chatterbox. I never heard of it.
Well, it's the invention of a good friend of mine, a gunsmith. Makes all sorts of new and crazy inventions from old world tech.
Can I roll? Can I roll on it
Um,
to see how it works?
well, not hand. Well, you're technically not handling it. So I'm gonna make this a hard success.
Would that be under?
Yeah, you just roll whatever you think would be appropriate. So like a mechanical repair would be, or something like that,
Okay.
or firearms. You know, you can roll both actually.
And
Both
you
would be
got it.
appropriate. And
Firearms.
You literally can't say what the.
Oh, okay.
That's fine.
There you go.
You're not familiar with automatic weapons, but you can sort of figure out how it works. It has like some sort of reciprocating bolt where it's like constantly coming back and hitting. You're not sure how that would be. You're not sure how to reconstruct that, but you can sort of think it's just like, oh, okay. So like the way a gun, like a hammer comes down and hits the back of the bullet. Sure, this just does that over and over again at a very rapid pace, and you're not really sure how it's done.
I need to make a shotgun like that.
A reciprocating shotgun. Yeah, that's right.
That's cool.
Street sweeper.
While Nikolai is bothering our new friend, I would like to go over and talk to Mullins, or attempt to talk to him.
Okay. He'd lift his head up and look over at you to acknowledge you, and he just give you a little nod.
I'm gonna give this my best shot, even though I'm probably gonna fail. I'm going to try and use Charm to get him to warm up to me, so I can ask him what his problem is with Charlotte.
Oh no, Chuck.
God. Chuck just
Wow.
gave me how many bonus die? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, Chuck, you want to make their life a nightmare, don't you? he just keeps going. Oh, thank you. Okay.
Bonus die I can use?
Yes, he gave one to all of us, and then he gave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to Red.
Oops, you're fucked. This'll be fun.
Yeah, I probably somehow accidentally offend this guy.
So you're just trying to like put the charm on to sort of like talk to him because he's a bit of a reserved fellow. And tell me what you say exactly.
Oh, how's it going there, buddy? You good?
You look up at him. I'm fine, thanks. Is there something you want?
You piss on things, huh? That's your thing?
I can't keep a straight face, goddammit.
I mean, that sounds like a 96 out of 15, not gonna lie.
So, you're the pee guy, right? You're the pisser,
piss
the pee
guy.
piss. So you're the pee pisser, is what you're saying. You're a pee
I'm
pisser.
trying to
or
think
pee
what I would say that would end up being such a horrible failure.
That's not true, right? Oh, I think that's a. I think that's a fumble. So like that's like the worst possible thing you get. So that'd be appropriate. He just like looks at you like, sure, I'm the piss guy.
I mean, that didn't come out how I meant for it to come out.
Just forget it.
Let's just go back over here now. He's gonna awkwardly walk away.
There's a few people just kind of looking at you like, really? Ephraim just looks at you like, okay. Is that how they talk to people these days? I'm out of touch.
He's gonna go back to pretending to clean something.
Which of you is going to go tell Boswell that I'm fine? He's probably being the piss guy right now. He's gonna look at Alice like, I'm trying to give you an opportunity to get the fuck out of this place. It's not. It's still
no.
awkward.
Go.
Ah, good, excellent.
I'm gonna fast talk Alice to like boost her mental.
I'm gonna fast talk a player card. I gotta sure, go ahead.
Okay, there we go.
You rolled an 8. You have another bonus die from Chuck, so if you really want.
All right.
Oof. How'd you get that close and then whiff?
What's up with your rolls tonight, man? It's like something crossed wires. Normally you're on fire 24/7, but tonight it's like it's all over the place. You have me rolls tonight, and I just don't roll at all.
Rolls, yeah.
I tell Alice.
Yo, that cheer.
Dude, Chuck, with the fucking 1,000 biddies, dude. Thank you so
Yo,
much. Oh my goodness.
Much love,
dude.
man.
Much love to Chuck, dude. Thank you so much.
Hell yeah, I'm looking forward to having him on the show very soon.
Hell yeah.
Heck
He was
yeah.
fucking awesome on Homebrew Homies last week, dude.
Oh yeah, dude, he was fucking firing off all cylinders. Unlike
I
Stoneworker, who did nothing in combat.
Yeah, I didn't even get an initiative step.
Just get higher dex, idiot. Oh wait, you can't change your
I can't change my stats, and also they were rolled for me, Red, so I couldn't even affect them.
Well, I mean, I didn't roll them for you.
No, you didn't roll them for me.
You rolled
But
them.
they're dice roll. What am I supposed to do? Gently encourage my dice to be kinder?
Ask
I already
them
have
very
amazing.
nicely.
but it's your fault.
That's the responsibility.
I'm just gonna remember this when it's come next Wednesday. I'm just gonna remember this in Team Fortress 2, and I'm gonna make your life a living hell. Anyway,
You're gonna join the other team.
100%.
He's gonna stream snipe you.
Yes.
Oh, you bastard. I'm gonna be playing a medic. Have fucking mercy, man.
You can get to use those words after Jeff. Anyway, so
So Ellis is taking the taking one for the team and heading back for to talk to old Boswell. Let him know that his estranged crackhead is A-okay.
Get some more pickles, maybe.
Hell yeah. Pickle priority. Well, see, here's the thing. Since it's been a week of downtime, you guys have sort of run out of your rations from the city. So, gonna have to get more, unless you want to eat pickles.
pickles are pickles. Like,
Nihilus doesn't care what he eats. It's his food, and I mean, as a Tethastran, he's, you know, kind of discouraged from eating anything that would actually taste good or bring joy to his life.
wow, that's fair, actually. I mean,
I think
This man's never had a cosmic brownie, and it shows.
True. Especially not back a few years ago when they used to be good. Oh, NPC, new platinum content with the raid. Welcome in, homies.
Shit.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much, new platinum, dude.
Oh, welcome in, folks.
Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you, dude. So much
So is
appreciated.
DJ says, so is the bonus D10 strategically more beneficial? Yes. Because there's not... Re-rolling in this game is very... risk
I think she's asking about the re-roll from chat.
Oh. Re-rolling from the chat's pretty expensive, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like 5 times the amount as a.
I was gonna say it should be, because re-rolling is...
four times the amount. 4 times the amount.
Yeah. Excellent. Okay. Well, make some sort of check for me on your way back, Alice.
Do which check?
Whatever check you think would be appropriate for traversing back through the woods back to this fisherman's house. You can have a bonus because you already traveled the path. So.
Use navigate.
Okay.
I did not pay attention on the way here.
So, you guys are rolling great tonight. How many 90s have we gotten?
So many.
You can push that.
I see 2 on one string. I see 2 literally on one page. That's a whole.
They were rolled by the same person. Natalie, come on. You're counting down. You rolled a 96 and then a 95. Oh, 65. Well, so you push that roll, right? So
Yeah.
you're just like, okay, I'm gonna trail back to where I was so I can reestablish where I am, and then you realize that you're totally lost.
Oh shit. I
So
don't know.
you have
where
no
I am.
clue where you are. You're deep in a thicket. You have no idea where you are.
6 rolls over 90, by the way. I had to check. I am not even joking.
And almost none of them are from me.
Can
Yeah.
I do a different type of roll?
Well, now that you're lost, you're not really sure where to go, so, you've been
The
wandering
shepherd-
for about an hour, and another hour passes, and you have realized that you're utterly lost. And it's getting dark.
This is not good.
And you don't smell piss, so Mullins is not nearby.
Mhm.
Can I use listen to try and see if I hear the guy, Boswell? Like, maybe I've somehow stumbled in the right direction just by mishap, and he's just
Sure.
Hey, JJ with the re-roll. Ooh.
Okay. Okay. Natalie, do you have one? Okay, we got 2 rerolls. One for Alice and one for Stoneworker.
Thank you,
Fuck
JJ.
yeah, JJ. Thank you so much, dude.
Much
Also,
obliged.
I want to clarify for the new people that came into chat. Mullins is not into piss. He's a tanner. that is why I was talking about pee, because that's what tanners had to do. They had to use their urine to volcanic acid, blah, blah, blah. So, you listen very closely and you can hear the sound of waves. You're just like, okay, I can get to the coast. I can follow the coast. I can do that correctly.
Yes. Yes.
As you're on your way to the coast, you see a pair of eyes watching you.
Well, pull out my pistol. In case.
Just
Who goes there? Probably an animal. Can I use spot hidden to try and make out what it is?
Yes. Like I said, remember that you have a reroll pending.
It's not my first time lost in the woods with a strange pair of eyes watching me.
Absolutely, and it's certainly not going to be your last. At least you hope it won't be. So this pair of eyes has like a slight sheen to it, but you can take it from that's kind of coming from the multiple moons' light, and they sort of slink off back into the woods. You sort of realize that these bandits are sort of hiding out, seeing how things went. They don't seem to have any intent of harming you, especially considering there's probably like 6 of them left and they're scattered. So you're probably just afraid. Unless you want to just be ruthless and do some most dangerous game shit and hunt them into extinction. But they're not going to bring any harm to you, you can tell.
Tempting, but I'm not gonna take my chances. I'm just going to find a nice little place to camp out and be hidden.
Okay, you make it to the coast, and you realize that the tide is sort of calm, and you see like a couple of the moons hanging in the sky. One significantly bigger. There's 2 smaller ones, and there's one that looks like it's shattered. And you see something very, very strange up in the sky, very, very far up. It looks for a moment like a cloud. I'm counting this as a part of your spot hidden check, by the way, because you just feel especially perceptive this evening. You see this thing in the sky. It looks like a cloud for a moment, and then you realize like a cloud sort of moves, and you realize that this thing is above the clouds, like high above the clouds. And then you realize you're looking at something that looks like an upside down mountain.
Uh-oh.
Weird.
You see something hanging up there. And you see just a very gentle, thin stream of water just sort of pouring down from it and then just turning into vapor about halfway down. Like rain.
I don't want to get caught in whatever that is. Do I have a good estimate of how far I might be from the old man's cabin?
Since you're on the coast, you couldn't be more than half an hour away.
I'm gonna start hoofing it there.
You're moving along. You realize you weren't seeing anything. As you're running along, your vision is sort of like following this upside down mountain, and it's just like perfectly following it, as though it's like it's just there. It's just static, stuck. And if you could wager, it's so high up that it's almost like faded from your vision, and the only things you can make out are like a few massive facets of rock. And you realize that you're not really sure what you're looking at. It looks, like I said, it looks like a mountain turned upside down, and it's just up there now. Maybe like a couple miles.
I know what skill I could use to try and determine the natural world. Give me any kind of idea, maybe.
You can make a natural world check, because the natural world of AEUS is very different than ours.
Oh, I can try my bonus. That's a D10, right?
Yeah, if you roll a 10, you'll get it. Or you can reroll. Gives you 1. You have never seen this before. You've never even heard of a phenomenon like this. And you're running as your eyes are sort of fixated on it. It's sort of like haunting. It's like it's an eye floater that won't go away. It's something. It's like it's gyroscopically stable, like a chicken's head. And like you make a sanity roll for me.
Oh no.
Okay.
That one. My reroll doesn't have a penalty, right?
Oh, it does when we do it. It doesn't when chat does it.
Yeah,
That's
so
what I
you have a
was
free reroll right now,
Yeah.
but you can push it, but it'll be worse if you want to save your reroll.
Character is it usually just a 1 point of sanity that I'm gonna lose, or could it potentially be more than that?
It can be significantly more,
Okay.
depending on what the certain aberration is.
I'm gonna reroll from chat.
Okay, so you use your free reroll.
Nice.
You have a success. You take 5 points of sanity damage.
Oh,
on a success.
wow.
Okay, then okay. That's
Thank you, JJ.
yes, thank you. I don't want to know how bad it would have been if I hadn't.
I could tell you how bad it would have been, but that would be kind of a spoiler, wouldn't it? Oh lord, what's all these sanity check?
I didn't mean to do that. I thought I was on edit.
Oh no, it's just like sanity.
I'm gonna do it until I get an extreme success. See, Red?
I'm losing my mind.
Oh,
So,
for some reason, it's not letting me edit it.
You have to click the
I
edit
don't-
thing up at the top first.
I did.
Oh,
Oh, let me take a look at it. You might be.
I got it. It
Sanity.
was being glitchy.
Okay. So you're at 48, so you should be down to like what, 43?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So this thing startles the hell out of you, but you sort of resolve yourself, and as you like turn your head to look back where you're running, you bump into somebody and it knocks you to the ground.
Like to quickly get up because I don't know if they're a bandit or someone else.
You see an old man standing himself up on his cave. What is the meaning of this? Oh, good lord! Oh,
It's me. I'm back.
I've landed on my hip.
Okay, I'll help him up.
How goes it? Why do you run? I did not see you there. It's very dark.
If I look back, is the mountain thing still there?
Yeah.
You seeing this shit?
He like fixes his hat. Yeah.
Is that always there?
Huh?
What is it?
It is what do you call it? A floating island.
That's a thing?
Yeah, back in my day we called them moats. It is where it is said that the best treasure hunters and AEUS will come from all around to go up to those things.
I helped make those.
He did, thank you, Derek.
Oh,
I have no part in making them, but that's super cool.
Shut the fuck up on me.
I asked him what an AEUS is.
What's that?
He said an AEUS, right?
Yeah.
Goes up there. I asked him what that is.
AEUS is the name of the world that we live on. This whole world is AEUS.
Yeah, I knew that.
He just nod and like dust his hat off.
Yeah, it's kind of creeping me out. Can I spend the night in your cabin?
Yes, sure. Up there, very far up. The tether, the magic peoples, the ones that have little beams of light go from their head. They used to be able to project themselves up there.
Okay.
You're the mountain man. He did that.
Oh. Did not
That is
know
where his
about
power
me.
comes from.
I see.
See, back when we had flying machines, he'd start walking along as he was leading you back toward his cabin. But we never had flying machines. But the world of old, even before my time, and I'm very old, they used to have flying machines. So at one point we could probably go up there by ourselves. But these people do these seance, projection of the self. He'd nod. Like he was talking, like everything he was saying just making perfect sense. Like he was just...
Yeah, well, no, I totally know about. Yeah, I've heard about that before.
Don't play coy with me, young lady. I know you do not know what a seance is, and I shall learn you this.
Okay. Can we have some pickles when we get to your cabin?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
So, you do not know what a seance is.
No, I don't. Is that where is that like a type of pasta dish?
No, you must be thinking of, he just sits there for a while, just having a senior moment.
Anyway, the seance.
Yes, seance. So a seance, the tether would come together, and they would join body and mind, and they would put themselves somewhere else. And the only place they were able to put themselves was this, that big thing up there, the upside down mountain. Did you really think that the mountain was called the mountain because he lives in mountain? No, he went to that mountain, the upside down mountain.
Maybe.
He found eternal life there, girl.
I get that.
Oh, you could if you were tethered. I was tethered one time.
Why aren't you anymore?
I used all my juice.
Wait, something that runs out?
Yeah, I suppose I used to be able to. I worked alongside the mountain. He, very powerful man, the kind of tethered. You have your tethered friends with you. There's the ugly one, and there's the other bigger ugly one. They both are able to kill things with.
Them.
Yeah, yes. They use the knives, and the one throws pebbles at people. I watched the mountain point its finger, and these thin little laser, blinding like sun, killed people. Explosion. Big boom.
Well, that's good. That's interesting. It's scary.
In the days of old, the most powerful tethered used to be able to lend their powers to people. So I had this power. Well, you could ask him. I don't know. He's old like me. Doesn't look old like me. Half of him looks old like me, but he can't move. See, he's not. Yeah. I can still do it. Watch this. If I focus really hard. He's gonna like rub his temples and like look down at the table.
Like kind of backing away. Like I don't know what's about to happen.
Oh. You feel like there's a little sports scope on the table.
Oh, wow. Good job.
Thank you. I have not done this in a very long time. Thank you.
It was wonderful. You nailed it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. But your tethered friends, they are weak. The tethered of these days, they aren't as powerful, see? The stars have not aligned for a very, very long time. And when the stars align, the powerful tethered are born. Those two weaklings, babies, silly sausages.
Tethered's these generations.
This generation, yes. Disappointing. Back in my day.
I know. Then that was the golden generation, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was. That was when mountains could be cut in half by tethered. Now they throw pebbles and they wear silly masks and go ooga booga.
Other these days only know eat pickle.
Eat hot chip. Sleep for a month.
Ritual murder. Eat pickle and lie.
Vote Democrat. I can imagine him holding like a little sign that says that. Yeah, but you can stay right there. I promise that mountain won't hurt you unless it does.
Okay.
Sometimes you shoot lasers. Very scary.
So you said, so why don't you sleep by the window, and I'm gonna sleep over here by the far wall, where hopefully the laser can't see me.
That is fine. Where are all your friends? Have they died?
Oh, no, they're just, a little beat up.
That was my friend. What's his name?
Good. Oh, yeah. I thought you knew his name.
Ephraim. Yes,
Yeah.
I remember. I have good memory.
No, I remember too. I was testing you.
Ah, yes. Well, good night, Ella. Have good evening.
Yeah. You too, sauerkraut. You too.
Okay, that's the end of the first week of downtime. I'm assuming you're heading back in the morning.
That's the
Yeah.
single best nickname we've had so far for any NPC is sauerkraut, and I love
Uncle
that so
Sauerkraut.
much. That's
Old Man
great.
Sauerkraut. Okay.
Yeah, I head back the next morning, pickles in tow.
Hark, I have brought pickles. Okay. So, second week of downtime.
I'm going to pull the stoneworker aside, because even though I'm still a little skeevy about the tethered, he's so far seemed the most normal out of the two tethered I do know. And I'm going to tell him what I found out about the mountain thing.
Nihilus is pretty tame for a tethered from Thethastris.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's see what the stoneworker has to say or what he thinks about it first. Get his opinion.
I figure he's probably, like, depending on the time of day, he's either literally resting in bed, like, just quiet. He honestly, sulking. Straight up, he's probably sulking for the most part. But if he's outside, he probably actually is hanging out by that same area where he pushed the man into the rock face. Sort of like sitting there, like dangling his feet over the edge. And he seems to come back there a lot. Like, you're not exactly sure why, but he seems like he has to gravitate towards that point. And as you approach, he would look up. Oh, hello. Welcome.
Buddy.
Have a seat, if you'd like. Just not there. It's a little unstable still.
Yeah, I might just stand.
Fair.
So, I know you got a lot on your mind, but I have some information that seems as if it would pertain to you and your kind.
Slowly turns to look up at you.
The tethered kind. Sorry, I don't mean to say that offensively.
No, you're fine. Go ahead. I'm curious.
Have you ever heard or seen an upside-down mountain hanging from the sky?
If they are a thing, which I won't pretend I haven't seen strange things, there's none in Glasgow. That's something up here, unique. But I'm willing to believe it. AEUS is not a place that gives up its secrets readily, and it has many of them. That much I do know. What about this floating mountain?
There's one back there in the woods, near the coast. And, did not like the feeling I got from it, according to Old Man Sauerkraut.
That actually gets a laugh out of him, and then a hiss as he grabs his head like, migraine. Continue.
According to him, that's where the mountain got its power from, and apparently your kind, the tethered, can seance transport themselves up there and gain more power, or that's where you get your power from. So there's that information that I don't know what to do with, so I'm hoping maybe you have an idea.
He sort of sits there a second and then sort of holds out a hand and pulls a stone into it, just kind of throws it off the cliff. Like, not really strong arm, just like really gently tosses it off and watches it clatter. Well, that's certainly strange, but in a strange way it sort of fits. The mountain's not a normal tethered by any measure, that's for sure. I've met powerful tethered before. The Glazier is... I would be willing to say the two of them are a match for each other, but he doesn't speak as to how he gained his power. I'm not surprised that the mountain might have found some way to gain more. Most tethered tend to be unrestrained. When we pull magic from the sky, it's... what was it? Someone told me... It's damn headache. Someone once told me that it's like grabbing a live wire. You're not really pulling or controlling it. You're channeling it, drawing it. You pass it through, and if it's powerful, it's powerful. It's not, it's not. The mountain seems like he's pulling it down as hard as any tethered's capable of at all times, doing nothing. So I'm not surprised he has some ace up his sleeve, I think is the phrasing. I don't know what we would do with it, though. And frankly, that kind of power seems to come with a price if he's stuck in the mountain, pinned to a chair. Thank you for telling me this. I don't know what I want to do with it either.
We had to tell someone. That's some interesting information to have.
It is.
Should we tell the others, or...
I don't really know. I'm worried about the Tethastrians. I don't have any personal grievances with Nihilus, but the reputation of Tethastris, even as far south as Glaswell, is known. I worry what they might do with that kind of power. Need to know, I think, for this. How did the old man know, anyhow?
Apparently he worked with or for the mountain. He himself was once a tethered, but I guess his powers ran out. I don't know enough about those kind of people to say.
Oh, that's just wrong. And he pushes himself to his feet. We don't usually lose power. Not that I'm aware of. Every tethered I've ever met has had their power for the duration of their life until they've either died or they're still alive. I've never heard of one losing their...
I mean, he still had enough to conjure up a little spark, but it wasn't anything even I would call impressive.
Most tethered in the south die when their magic escapes their grasp, I guess. Like I said, live wire. Most days you're lucky, but you only need to be unlucky once. He holds his hand up and you can see again, like, it's not a human hand, it's stone bound together in the shape of a hand. And even then, it eats at you with time. Your power never dies. If anything, it outlives you. I think it might be the soil here. Bay of Soot has a lot of dust in it. It's why my powers aren't behaving as they should be. I imagine why Niles isn't either.
He's been eating food grown in the dirt for all these years.
Drinking the water and standing on the soil and wearing clothing grown on this land. Everything here is suffused with dust. It's the reason your gun works. If you took that rifle into Glaswell, there's a not inconsequential chance it could just fail.
Not good to know. I mean, that is good to know. That's not good to hear.
Dust. I'm not a dead mage. I don't know how it works exactly, and even the rune shapers where I come from don't know. But it has an effect. Something at the end of all things broke the way the world works. Bent the natural law. And everywhere away from dust, it doesn't work right. So complex machines often fail. It's why my people rely on primitive technology. It's not that it's not capable of... We could make more advanced equipment, but we don't see a point if it's so prone to failure. But dust mitigates that. There's so much here that it just works on your equipment. It's my only guess. This place is so disturbing to me. Everything about it is wrong, and AEUS is already a broken place. I don't know how else to describe it. I guess that's really all my bellyaching needed to hear. He stands up and puts a hand on your shoulder like a pat. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I'm sorry for nearly knocking you off of this. I didn't mean to.
Good. Our tempers can sometimes get the best of us. No hard
Yeah.
feelings.
Thank you.
Mhm.
And he sort of slinks off.
I will go back to my cleaning and probably all I really do for the week.
Well, Nihilus is sort of bedridden and being fed pickles. Ah, yes, my liege, pickles in bed.
Indeed.
And not of the fun variety.
Oh,
Fucking rude. Sir. So, Decimus comes up to you and he's holding something and it's wrapped in a cloth and he's sort of hunched over and he just approaches you and he like sits it down in your lap.
I set down the pickle that I'm like chewing on through like the half side of my mask that's been like blown off. While I assume that the child is Onidecimus is learning from Mikolai metal working and stuff like that so he can refit it, and I take the binding off and look at what he has.
You'd see that there is a brand new mask, very similar to the one that you're wearing, but it's sort of this silvery, almost galvanic looking metal, but it would certainly replace the mask that is destroyed.
I sign, where did you get this to him?
I made it.
I bow in like a show of thanks. You never cease to amaze me.
I live to please.
I have him take the old one off and then place the new one on.
Grub. Just like reaches into your eye sockets with his old withered finger.
With
He'd nod in approval.
I hold my hand out for like a mirror or something.
He hands you a fragment of a mirror.
I look over myself and pleased with what I see, I hand it back and I nod again.
As you're sort of using the mirror to like look at yourself, you see that new woman, Charlie, is sort of just like standing nearby with her arms crossed, just kind of watching and listening to all this.
Once I'm like, I take my time, but like once I'm satisfied with checking myself out and I hand the mirror back, I slowly like turn my head towards her.
She just offer you a smile, and Decimus would just look at her like.
To Decimus, I sign, we don't talk around her.
Understood. Just start shuffling off.
She's too smart. She's gonna figure it out.
Not very talkative, are we?
To emphasize my point, I just like stare.
Are you a mute, or do you just choose not to talk?
Nihilus would not tell some strange agent of a foreign land anything about his order. So he is kind of an asshole and just continues to stare.
Alright.
I look to the gun that she's got, like probably at her hip or wherever she's holding it.
She'd hold it up with her finger off the trigger.
I inspect the shape, noting that it's like a T shape, and then I kind of consider like how fast I think that I could make it over to her before she could ready it and pull the trigger. And then I consider how quickly she gunned down the people outside, and I figure she would probably fill me with lead before I could make it halfway across the room.
She'd just sort of let it fall back about the sling that she has on her shoulder. You're strange, Dethastrian. I'll give you that. But you don't intimidate me. Neither did your stone worker friend from Glasgow. It's sort of sad to see how primitive your countries are. I've heard such great legends, I figured I'd be more impressed. She's just shrugging, put her hands behind her head, and just kind of walk off like that.
I just watch her go.
Octavia walks up with like this look on her face, like, that bitch.
Fuck her.
Do you want me to do anything, my lord?
Just watch her.
She'd not.
And if it looks like she leaves for any amount of time, even if she comes back, I want to know for how long.
It will be done. Nikolai, you are learning this boy how to do metalworking.
Yeah, I show him the hammer. You just gotta hit, I torch it. You heat it
You
up.
really have to hit it very fucking hard.
Yeah, you see the hammer? La, 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 la. And then one for good measure. La.
Make an education check for me.
Where's education at?
It's one of your main stats. See how good of a teacher you are.
Okay.
Nice.
Pretty good. Despite the way you described your teaching, the kid's sort of picking up on it pretty easily, and he takes the hammer and he pretty much repeatedly, he just does almost exactly what you did, like, to the T. Maybe with a little bit less wrist strength, but he is a boy after all, so what do you expect?
Yeah, Nikolai's eyes will shine. Oh, the power of youth.
I remember when I was your age. I was shooting people with shotgun, very good.
So I guess we'll burn the midnight oil, and I'm gonna ask him to help me with the electrical repair.
Okay, yeah. If you want to make another repair check for the second week of rest.
I show you something very good, very good. This is very bad. Oh crap! Wait. The wiring's kind of off. Let me try again.
The copper wiring seems pretty dead in this place, and you're trying to mess around with it, and then you realize this place just doesn't really have much of a power source. Or you're pushing.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you find a way. You find along the way that there's just some sort of circuit was just cut off, so you just reconnect it, and you see like a very cheap and dusty old light bulb sort of like flicker on.
Mm. He's just gonna look at his work, and just like nod, I'm very good.
I make light bulb go boom, so I must be good. But the boy's just looking at you in the light bulb, and he's like nodding, like that's cool.
Yeah.
You're doing a good job fixing up the place, making it a lot more livable, a lot more nice.
So now that we can roll without penalties,
Yeah, you can make your heal checks without
Yay.
penalties. Actually, with a bonus, since it's comfortable. There's like lighting, and you fix up the place enough to where like there's not really a big draft coming in, and you got all the shit off the floor. So yeah, all of you have been contributing a little bit, and Mullins and Charlie have been helping out where they can. Mullins by being the piss man.
Pissing on the walls to make sure that no wolves come and try to take it from us.
See, wolves, this is my tower now. You can't get here.
I pissed a ring so nobody will come within 10 yards of it.
So
that's the Elden Ring. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's so crazy.
So it's been a D3 with a penalty. What is it now?
It's a Constitution check with a bonus.
Okay.
God damn it. I'm gonna use the reroll JJ gave me.
Oh.
Okay. I finally see it.
Okay. With an extreme success, you actually restore extra.
Nice.
Thank
So
you,
let me
JJ.
see how much extra you recover 2d3 hit points
Oh shit.
on an extreme. Derek, you'll recover 1d3.
Yay!
Of course, your health pool's not that high, so it's like not the end of the world.
Boop.
Okay, so that's
3.
looks like it's 4.
Oh shit! So you rolled. Yeah, so that's 3. But yeah, 4. So yeah, Stoneworker, you get 4 hit points back, and Nihilus, you get 3 back. So yeah, you guys are actually getting back in shape pretty quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Nihilus, what'd you drop down to? 3, so you're back up to 6?
7.
7, okay.
Because I got 1 from the first aid, and then
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you got that extra one.
so I'm no longer majorly wounded.
Excellent. Yeah, so let's see here.
I just need one more week, and I will not be majorly wounded as well.
No, actually, on an extreme success, it is cleared.
Oh, sick!
Lit.
Whenever your hit points have recovered to half or more than half, it's also cleared.
Okay, awesome.
So you guys' major wounds are gone. So
Yay.
good. So now you won't instantly fucking die when you get hit hard again. You won't be like Glenn from The Walking Dead again. I'm sorry, it's not. Also, that happened years ago. If you don't know about that shit,
I don't think you need to apologize for. They've either watched the show or they haven't. So
yeah, if you don't watch the show, just watch like the first 5 seasons. That's about all it's worth it. Believe me, I watched all the way to season 10. It's
Realize
bad.
I had that many seasons by now.
It's bad. Let me just say that. I've been reading the comic book. Very good comic book. But okay, so that's second week of downtime. You guys have actually gotten quite a bit done. You guys are kind of living off of pickles though, so the acid reflux is kicking up a bit. So since nobody's volunteered to go out hunting, and Natalie's been busy finding weird bandit people in the woods and upside down mountains, and old men that can make sparks with their minds.
Well, I will volunteer to go hunting now.
Okay. You notice that Charlie's getting a bit restless. She's sort of just like walking around outside, just sort of like doing things to occupy herself. She's investigating this old shed and stuff like that. And she just obviously wants to get a move on.
Trust her. I'm not going in the woods alone with her. I trust myself and me.
I mean, she did save 2 of your companions, so I mean, she's not. Doesn't seem to have any malicious
Use
intent.
this as an opportunity to grill her a little bit. So, on second thought, hey girl.
Anybody else want to go? Since you guys have your guys' major wounds cleared, so you can get up and do whatever the hell you want this week.
I'd be willing to go. That wouldn't be too bad. Be a good way to get in shape again.
Great way to stay in shape.
I'm squishy still. I would like to recover.
Go back to sleep.
This doesn't concern you.
Hot cocoa.
Yeah, I don't
hot
think I can.
cocoa marshmallow.
I don't think breaking the mind of a animal that we would eat would be potentially helpful, and I definitely don't want to have to get close up enough to an animal to use my fist on it. So I'm gonna sit this one out.
Break the
That's
mind
a
of an
big
animal.
mood.
In years' time, people will make anthropomorphic versions of you.
Oh my god.
Every stream I gotta bring it up at least once.
Oh my god.
So yeah, you can if you're just gonna be sleeping in, you can go ahead and roll if you want to just do wound recovery for the 3rd week, and then we'll have a little role play, and then we'll go over to them.
Damn it. gosh. Yeah. Extreme success.
Oh,
There you go.
Okay, so you get 2d3 hit points back.
Yay. I got all my hit points back.
Yeah, so you get 3
Nice.
back. Nice. So those extra few nights of sleep really did pay off. You feel a lot better. You feel actually a bit better than you did before you took a bullet to the head. So you know, you're sort of like whatever you're doing around the place, Decimus and excuse me, oh my god, Octavia are keeping an eye on Onesimus.
Onidecimus.
Say that one more time.
Onidecimus.
Onidecimus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
They're sort of schooling the boy whilst you're recovering and stuff like that, and teaching him stuff in the books and what have you, in the scriptures, whilst you are recovering. And Mullins would come over, since you were the only one really left in the lighthouse while the rest of them sort of took off. He'd show that he finally completed that woven cloak.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh no, I guess Nikolai, are you staying behind?
No, I'm gonna go out there to
Okay.
keep an eye out for what's her name, Charlie.
Yeah.
Because she's probably gonna take her home with me one day.
Oh my god.
From a wild animal, surely she'll fall in love with you.
Jesus.
Oh. Charlie, what did you first think of me? Well, you looked like this. So not much. But Mullins is gonna offer you this woven cloak.
Does it smell like piss still?
No, he actually he took plenty of time to clean it up. It actually smells more like, it smells a lot more pleasant. It smells like a hide, what you'd expect it to smell like, but it doesn't smell like piss.
I bow in thanks to him, and I have Octavia invite Mullins to join us for a sabbat.
Okay. Mullins was just offering it to you, and he'd be pretty forward. Why? It's getting pretty cold, and none of them are around to enjoy it. So I figured you could use an extra blanket.
I nod in thanks, and then I pull out the book, and I hand it to Octavia to start reading out loud from it.
Let me learn you something. Just opens up the book. She starts running off scripture, and she's very dramatic. She's very much an orator at heart. She just has her. She's very animated. She has like with a book in one hand, and she's recanting everything. She's very dramatic, and you see Decimus just sort of sitting nearby with like his fingers just weave together as he just listens. It's just like, I've heard this hundreds of times.
Just like nodding along at the appropriate sections, like, yes, this is, of course, yes.
Excellent. Oh, you put a little bit of a nuance on that. I appreciate that.
Oh, that's a good way to spin that parable, yeah.
Can I make this map look darker? Yes, I can.
Nice.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Very nice.
Ah, yes, roll 20. One of the few things that's good about this program. Don't, well, whatever. It's not like we're gonna get a sponsorship anyway. So, let me move all of you that are outside of the building. But you, and you, and you. Yep, that checks out. Okay, so you guys, I'm gonna move you down here to emphasize that you're away from the place. There's a control click. That's control. Okay. Alright, so you are meandering through the woods on a hunt. Trying to get some more food. Even if it is just finding edible berries.
Edible
Nice.
berries.
Spot hidden.
Yeah.
Spot hidden.
Yeah, I figure the stoneworker's probably going to be, again, like berries. He's taking it easy still, so he's really more just sort of using his fresh air. He's going to try not to exert himself. Yeah, he'll look for berries too.
I'm going to use track to try and find some animal.
Alright.
Okay. Spot. Oh,
Sick.
Yeah. Not my first time in the woods, guys.
You
Wild
find-
people, high five.
well, let's start with Nikolai because he has a failure. Miguel, you find these nice little berries. They're a little hard, but you taste them. They're a little bit bitter and citrusy. That you take a bite of one and it makes you want to puke almost immediately. Not very good.
Oh no. I make a note of that one.
You see, what's that, sorry?
Oh no, just like making a note, like don't eat the berries.
Don't eat this shit. Don't eat the poopy berries. Let's see here. Okay, so you see Charlie, and she has her weird curved knife out. She's just kind of following everybody.
It's fair.
Yeah. Anybody gonna speak up?
I'm imagining while I'm looking for berries, I sort of look around. Do they seem like they're holding it in like a threatening stance, or?
No, she just kind of has it out, like up to her chest, like this, like with the blade pointed out. She's sort of like looking around, very like,
Okay. Yeah.
and a very, she's looking low to the ground. It's like she's trying to find something very specific, and she's just sort of fiddling with the dagger as a way to like occupy time.
That's fair. While he's looking for berries, he's gonna sort of mention offhandedly. So, I hear your people are poisoners. Mind if I ask, is that dagger poisoned?
Yes, and I hear your people live in rocks.
Then you're misinformed.
Oh, and you eat glass.
Rock candy sometimes. He takes his one of his hands and sort of literally like pulls the berries off a branch, like literally just sort of slides off and takes all the leaves and the berries off of it. And I assume with the hard success, I find something that's a little more edible than poop berries.
Yeah, they're a bit more sweet. Obviously, wild berries are always tart, like very tart, sour,
Right.
but they're edible. They're good enough.
That's fair. And he's just going to sort of take them and scoop them into a satchel as he sort of does that. Takes one of them, takes out a small scroll of what looks like papyrus, sort of takes it, presses it into it, and then makes a series of runic sort of scribbles in the berry juice there, and then rolls it back up and puts it inside of his satchel. Pops that berry in his mouth. We do, in fact, enjoy the odd rock candy. Besides, I imagine it's more edible than what comes out of your kitchen.
So you eat rocks. Good. Excellent.
Yes, and if you had any sense, you might too.
See, I don't really see any stereotypes of the people of the mountain. They're just normal people, you know, day to day. Hey, look at you. You're normal. That's not much of an insult, is it?
Depends who you're talking to.
Well,
Normal can be quite insulting.
I mean, think about it. This fellow's just a mechanic, and she's a huntress. You know, that's not... We're a bit quirky, you know. We're from weird places. These two are just mundane, I suppose. In the best way possible, I mean that.
It strips another branch of berries. You don't think mundanity's odd on AEUS? Puts a couple more into his satchel. Don't you think that's stranger than most? A man walks around with a skull helmet, steel limb, wields the power to make people bleed out of their eyes, and I don't bat an eye at it. People with rifles and using technology like that. And all I can think is, it's like the stories of people before, the end of all things. It's like they're walking historical artifacts. That's odd to me. No offense, for the record, he says offhandedly to Natalie and to you two, over the cuff.
Well, see, the thing is, that nihilist fellow, he's a bit normal.
Yes.
You know, seeing things like him, he's not... if it even is a he, now that I think about it.
I don't know what they prefer to call themselves.
I don't know what
They-
they are. I'll just call them they, because they didn't introduce themselves. They're quite rude. So.
In my experience, Tethastrians don't really enjoy light conversation, but in my experience, I have little contact with them. Of the positive kind.
I see. Who's to say one of their agents isn't following us out into the woods right now?
It's possible. The boy, maybe? I don't think it'd be the woman. She seems the loud sort.
How about that old man? He's quite unsuspecting. The one wearing the mask. The way he's hunched over.
Yes.
I don't trust him.
I don't trust anyone outside of Glass. And he pauses. He looks over at Alice and at Mikolai. I don't trust many people outside of Glasswall.
Well, you can trust me. I am harmless. I wouldn't hurt a fly, she says. Her gun sort of sways around as she's talking with her head.
You're so harmless. Why are you trying to cause some strife in our party? Talking about our differences, making it seem as if we shouldn't get along?
There is no synonymousness between getting along and Tethastrians. You have to understand that. They live to serve themselves.
It's fine, but we're all set on this mission together.
And at the end of the road, what then? They could just kill you and take the reward.
It's
Never thought of
AEUS. Worry about the end of the road if we get there. That's assuming we get there. As I understand where we're going, it might be even more dangerous than when you walked in on us.
You
Should
have
be enough
no
fairness.
confidence in your own abilities, Mr. Stoneworker.
I have great confidence in my abilities, and the abilities of my kind, which is why I worry very much. We look to head south. I don't mind telling you that because, well, depending on how you see it, it actually might change your opinion on coming with us.
How do you think I got here?
Were you sent by the mountain too?
I came from the east. I know
You-
what awaits you. Well, for the most part. I'm a bit more sneaky than you are. You are quite loud. Not hard to find.
That's a good thing. In Glasgow, you don't want to be quiet. You don't want to stumble on things. Better to let them know that you're coming sometimes.
That's not the way we do things in the rest of the world.
Yes, well, Glasgow isn't the rest of the world, and I am learning very swiftly the rest of the world operates under different rules.
Good. You'll learn in time.
You know why we're here, and you sort of know why we're here. Why are you here?
I'm going to help you. You're dealing with tethered, after all. That's a bit of my specialty.
Why would you want
What'd you say, sorry?
Why would you want to help us? You don't know us. You don't seem to particularly like us.
We have similar goals, and as far as I recall, I saved the big one's life.
Not disputing that. It just all seems very strange for someone to go out of their way for some people that they don't know.
Oh, I'm not.
Sussy.
I'm not going out of my way. I was going to meet up with you anyway. I heard that there was a very loud group of people coming down from the mountain to go after some tethered. News spreads quickly here, considering they have these, what are they called, radios?
I still can't believe they can get those things to work. The ground must be choked with dust for that to function.
Oh, yes. I'm surprised you haven't found me out yet, Stone Man.
Sometimes it's best not to pry. I
Oh, but
figure
you
if
don't
you...
stand very close to me, so it's kind of, well, now it makes sense that you haven't figured me out yet.
You're a dead mage.
Is that what you call them?
It's one of the terms. The other one would be Rune Shaper, but I doubt you work in runes as my people do.
No.
Us uneducated people. What is that? And what is that?
I think he's referring to the term null.
Yes, we use that word occasionally too.
Where I'm from, we call them power maids. Should smile.
Some people in other regions of the world. How do I describe this to someone who's in the mountain? Remember the way I told you the ground is polluted with dust and it lets your technology function here? Anywhere else your rifle would malfunction, likely? Well, in other regions, in order to make things like that work, you need people willing to use dust. Concentrated dust. And he sort of digs a hand into the ground, and as he does, he tries to vibrate his hand. I'm going to try to use a... do I use tether? No, geology. I'm going to try to use geology for this. If I can find wherever the hell I put that thing. I swear every single time it disappears. Geology. Bam. Whoop. Oh, figures. He sort of just like holds his hand and it shakes and the sand just falls through it. Damn it. It's supposed to be a lot more dramatic. The soil beneath us suffused with dust, but you can concentrate it like anything else, like acid in a flask. Dust is not easy to handle at the best of times. If our magic is damaging or explosive, volatile, dust is like acid. It eats away. It ages. It's a wasting thing, like coal or poison over time, if it's not handled properly, and it is often difficult to do so and still get the effect. People who use it long enough develop an affinity for it, suffuses their body, begin to direct it with their will, almost. This is a null. In my region, they channel that into chisels or into owls and carve runes, which they seal in with dust. The intent causes effect. Other regions use it differently. Incense, rebreathers. How do your people use it? As he turns to our friend here.
We kill every single tether that tries to enter our borders.
Delightful. That's not uncommon, fortunately.
Well, now that you know my dirty, dirty little secrets, you have to promise me one thing, all of you. Don't tell the Tathastrian of what I'm capable of. I trust you with this information. Do not tell him, or them, or her. I don't know what they are. Don't say a word. Because when it comes time for them to, turn on you, as Tathastrians always do, I'll be the only one that'll be able to really help you.
I'm doing a listen check to see if she's telling the truth. Boom. Oh.
Like to do the same. I'll press
Sure.
her.
Hell, why not? Might as well.
Throw dust at the wall, see what sticks. There you go.
Let's see, I did say I'd try, so I guess.
Or I push it. I'm pushing my ears.
Push your ears forward.
Yeah. I guess I'm not really paying attention too hard.
Okay. Mikolai and Ellis. Seems she's being quite serious. She doesn't trust this Tathastrian at all, and her distrust is so strong that it's almost contagious. Stoneworker, you're a tethered. What she can do can kill you in the blink of an eye, so obviously you don't trust her whatsoever. That being said, she's standing within 5 feet of you, and she could kill you. So you're in a bit of a dilemma with yourself. There's a lot of fallacies going on here.
Yeah, it seems a difficult place to be. He's going to do his best to maintain his aloof demeanor. So,
She's gonna take like take a pinch out of something out of a pouch like underneath her cloak. She's gonna blow it in your direction, and you get this like just the slightest headache for a moment, and then it just goes away. Stoneworker.
He closes his eyes for a second and just sort of breathes slowly and turns around. I get you don't like the Tethastrian. You should know, more than most, my people tend not to be aggressive. And I, not like many people, but I am doing my best, out of appreciation for you saving my life, not antagonize you.
Well, just know this, Stoneworker, if that even is your real name.
It is my name, and the only one that matters.
As you wish. I'll call you Stone. Make it easy, because out east we like nicknames. So, let me make this clear. I saved your life. I have the power to take it. Don't fuck with me. I'm making that clear. I want to be your friend.
That's fine. Then do me a favor. Please don't blow dust my way. And I will throw rocks
clears
at
the
you.
senses, doesn't it? It's like
Maybe for you.
biting into horseradish.
It's more like someone grabs your head and squeezes it.
I never really have asked a tethered how they felt when I bombarded them with dust. So, that being said, when I was shot at a few times, nobody ever asked me how a bullet felt. So I don't think that's a very fair comparison.
Have you ever been strangled?
Mm-hmm.
By any chance?
I have, by many different things.
Nice.
Then you know the sensation.
Nice.
Nice.
Then you know the sensation. Well enough. An important part of you is closed off from. Simple as that. He starts walking away a little bit, like close enough to still be in the group, but like out of 5 fucking feet from this person.
Ella, she walks up to you and like opens up her cloak, and you'd see that she had all of these vials, like at least 6 large glass vials full of dust, and it glimmers just a little bit. She lowers it back down, like, you know what I can do now, and I will do it if I have to. And she just keeps walking, and she just crouches down very casually and like plucks a plant with her knife and puts it into a pouch.
Like her.
What's that?
I do not like her.
She's scary.
I don't trust her. I'll trust her as far as I can throw her.
Hey, Miko, I liked her, okay, so...
She's everything Nikolai could ever dream of. She's a girl. She's got a pulse. And also she's technology.
She is gone like man.
Yeah.
She is woman, she is living, she is gun. So, Natalie, back to your successful hunt roll. You find a very, very sizable, what's the term for deer?
Buck or doe?
Isn't there like a more broad term for it? Like the way that we call cows bovine?
Fucking,
Touch of the sea,
yeah.
I don't think it's a musculate.
No, it's
corvid or
no.
cervid.
Cervid,
yeah. Corvid's a bird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's also one of the Warhammer 40k factions.
Also crows.
So so you see this sizable like cervid creature. It's comparable to a moose. It just has very large, prominent antlers. This thing you could definitely eat for weeks off of it, especially if you salt it. Oh yeah, this is a very, very, very good catch. You just gotta make a good shot. You get a bonus because it doesn't notice you. So.
Nice.
And if you aim, I'll give you a plus 50.
Damn.
That's how firearms work. I'm not kidding. If you literally stop and aim, you get a negative 50 to your roll.
That's amazing.
How do I aim?
You just take a turn in silence. So you're not technically in combat, but you just take a few seconds to sort of steady yourself, and you shoot.
Don't want to obliterate it, so I'm just going to use my pistol to shoot it in the temple.
Okay.
Nice clean shot. Oh. Shot.
That's a definite hit.
Okay.
36.
Yep. Minus 50.
Yep, so that's not a hard success, though. You do shoot it, you do the 3 damage to it. 3 damage? Really? Is that the... Oh, you roll really poorly. Okay. I was just wondering why the damage is so low. Okay, you shoot this thing, and you catch it in the side, and it starts running, obviously, but it's leaving a blood trail now.
So, shoot it again? Is it still in range?
Yep, it is running off now, so if you want to, you have to make it with a penalty, since it is running away.
Hard success.
Damn.
No, well, yeah, you still hit.
That's a crit, technically. Oh, wait, no, she didn't aim this turn.
Yeah, she can't aim because she's rapid fire. So you deal 7 damage to this thing, so it is slowing down. It's sort of limping away now, so you can easily just catch up to it and sink a blade into it or what have you. This thing doesn't seem like it's wanting to fight back, especially after 2 loud bangs. That hurt.
Take it out of its misery as quickly as I can.
Yes.
Good shot.
Meat's back on the menu.
Nice.
All right, boys, we got some meats to eat. All right, this thing is freaking heavy. This thing's easily like 300-400 pounds. So you're gonna need well, you're pretty strong, right? Alice is pretty strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can start dragging it. You just like grab it by its hind legs and just start dragging it along. And Stoneworker and
Yeah.
Nikolai, as you're like just chilling out, you see Alice just dragging this fucking beast of a thing like twice her
boy.
size.
Those are some nice berries he found.
Very nice. Good kill. Would you like a hand?
Please.
And Stoneworker walks over and takes one of the other legs and helps drag it. He's not going to fully exert himself, but I figure with 70 strength and half his hit points back, he's probably capable of aiding pretty handily.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Nihilus, you hear a couple of gunshots out from the woods, but you do remember they said they were going hunting. Decimus looks over at you. It's like, what do you think?
Protein.
Understood. He'd rub his stomach like I could do some. He gestured to the pickles and he'd go,
Yeah, I'm
fucking sick of eating these pickles.
not a fan anymore.
They came in handy though, didn't they?
They did. They
did,
packed
yeah.
you over for a long time, and you still have plenty left. It's just I don't think anybody's gonna want to look at a pickle after this venture is over. Okay, so you come back and meat is on the menu, but as you're sort of heading down the trail, you hear whispers from behind you, and you see a group of these 3 bandits come up, and they're completely unarmed. They have their hands up, and they look at you. And they're sort of with pleading expressions. And one of them seems to be the leader more than the rest of them, obviously. Just a bigger fellow. Hey, fellers.
Look, it's the people who tried to kill us.
Hey, whoa there. You need to understand that things haven't been easy, right? So we've just been kind of Jesus, are you shooting?
Hey,
you
stop
actually
right
shooting
there.
him?
Stop right there.
Are you shooting him?
No, I'm shooting in front of him.
Oh, you're just shooting the ground.
Yeah.
Okay, so a bunch of dirt just gets kicked up and thrown in these guys' faces, and they stumble backwards. Whoa! Like I said, things have just been tough, all right. Ever since them tethered came through our town and ravaged everything, we've just been living on the road. Okay, you got to understand that. We didn't want to live a life like this, but we had to.
Wait, stop. Slow down. And the tethered is going to step forward after he sort of lets the deer limb go And he's going to cross the distance, and as he gets closer, like, he goes from being like, oh, this guy's pretty tall, to like, oh, this guy is really tall. So like, this guy is comically stupidly big. And he's going to kneel down, next to him, since I imagine he sort of like fell back a little bit from the dirt.
Yeah.
To be like, what was that about the tethered sacking your home?
Okay. There was this big fella, bigger than you, right? Real big, and I'm not exaggerating none. Real big, had this their tattoo on their head, a weird looking tattoo. It looked like it was like a line, and then it had another, and then more line. Anyway, I can't describe it. I'm not there.
Wait, can you draw that symbol for me?
Yeah.
In the dirt.
A stick maybe. I ain't got no weapon, I swear.
He reaches over, grabs a twig from one of the nearby bushes, and just sort of snaps it off with his thumb and holds it out.
Okay. So he's going to draw on the dirt. Zoom. Whoops. That's not it. Okay. All right. His tattoo looked something like this. It had this line here, and then one of them, and then one of them, and then it had one of these. And that part there, he points at the sort of bracket shape, that went across his forehead, about to his eyebrows. Mean looking motherfucker, with big old mustache and a solid face, but he was clean shaven all over, so he must have been doing pretty all right for himself, understand. And he had this here armor, like full armor, like them knights, just full metal plate, and he had this big old sword, taller than her. He gestured to Charlie, and it was real terrifying. Like, he just came in and kept saying something about Lady Radiance, and kept cutting people down. And his sword was glowing red hot, cutting right through people like butter. Scared the living hells out of me. I went running with my family, and we just been living on the road ever since.
Can I roll education to try to recognize what that rune is?
Sure.
Hell yeah. Runes are my thing. I am from Glasgow.
Hell yeah.
I see.
That rune is a little terrifying to you.
Oh, shit.
It's the rune that symbolizes the apocalypse.
Oh. The one that came before and the future one, right? Like, it's both tenses.
Mm-hmm.
His face hardens. And you're sure that's the rune?
I'm 100% positive. I couldn't forget a tattoo like that. No, it was real dark. Like it looked like it was done in ink, but there ain't got much ink around here. These parts. It looked like he was. I don't know. He was real scary, like, friend. I just ran away. I saw it. It burned into my mind like one of them pictures.
He stands up and walks back over to Ellis and sort of leans in to whisper. Can I take a small piece of this meat?
Thinking the same thing. Cut off a leg for them or something.
I'm glad we're on the same page. And he's gonna take his hand and sharpen it until it basically is just like almost like a blade-like stalactite, and just one of the legs off, and then bring it back over to them and hold it out.
Oh, well, thank you kindly, stranger. We travel with you, but we ain't much known fighters. We was the ones that ran away when old Elroy got shot. Elroy was a mean bastard. We didn't agree with nothing that he said, but we was afraid, and he was getting us food and things. I hope you understand.
Where I come from, my region, the Glaziers claim, there's a lot of bandits, and almost none of them are bandits by choice. It's unfortunate, and I'm sorry. I'm particularly sorry my kind has given you so much grief. You might want to leave this area. Something's wrong.
No, don't worry. We's going to the mountain now. We ain't gonna take any more risks. We're just gonna go there and be good old city slickers. I'd rather be panning for dust than being out here. This place is miserable. And knowing that psychopath's running around talking about some sort of god, I'd rather pass on it. I thank you very much, strangers, for your kindness and understanding. I'm mighty sorry that you got wounded out there, but We wouldn't have wanted any of that happen to none of you. We just were hoping you were handing over and stuff, but then one of you...
It's AEUS. Everything is struggle. And he lets go of the limb, so the guy holds it. I hold no grudges.
Whoa. Thank you, stranger. I won't forget this kindness. No, I won't forget it none. You ever come by the mountain anytime again, you ask for my help, and I'll do anything that you need.
What's your name?
Leon.
Leon. Thank you. He's going to walk back over to the deer and nod to Alice and thank you for, as a thanks for thank you for letting me take the kill that you definitely did all by yourself and take a giant chunk of it off to give you who just tried to murder me. I know that was a hell of an ass.
You see Charlie had her hand on her gun the entire time, like she didn't trust him at all, and they just scurry off with the meat. Very thankful for it. She just sort of relaxed and rolled her shoulders like, oh yeah, no problem. There was no problem the whole time.
I guess if you're all alright with it, we head back.
Yeah. I guess it's a decent enough kill to last for a while.
Charlie would be crouching down, just sort of examining the symbol.
Are you familiar with the glyph structure of my people?
I am.
You know what that rune means?
I do.
Does that give you any pause?
It just means what we're up against is a lot more fanatical than I once considered.
Yes, I agree on that.
Did you hear that name? Lady Radiance?
It's familiar. At least it could be. What does it mean to you?
I don't know. It means nothing to me thus far, but I'm sure it has something to do with what we're doing. What you're doing, forgive me. Sorry.
You said it yourself. Our goals align, right?
Sure. Colt. Yeah, well. That would have been the role for it. You actually... Nope. Doesn't register. Yeah. Lady Radiance is a new one. Definitely a new one.
Mikola is like, what the hell are they talking about?
Can I see him, like, racking his brain to try to figure out?
Yeah, just, like, looking down at it going, wow, wow.
I suppose the mountain doesn't teach glyph writing as far north as this, do they?
The way this... Oh yeah, I say the way this man talked, it reminded me of the Stone Gang.
So you can tell he's local in that regard. Because people around here, these parts, they got these kind of accents, understand?
Right, yeah.
I'm glad you folks like my southern accent, by the way, thank you.
It's actually not that bad. I've heard way worse.
I live in the South. That's what people talk like.
Yeah, no, it's fair.
People talk like this all the time, I swear.
It's true.
You know what? Derek is from the Deep South, and he sounds like...
Texas considered the Deep South now? I figured it was his own beat.
It's... oh, God.
Yeah, people in Texas talk like this. Hi, hello there.
No, they all talk with extremely low voices, and if they don't have a low voice, they fake one.
Hello
that
there,
is such a big word.
Yeehaw.
So weird. The machismo thing in Texas is strong.
Oh yeah.
The stoneworker turns to Nikolai and sort of just says, the symbol on his head, tattoo. It's Glaswollen rune. The same for the end of all things. It's what we called what turned AEUS into what it is now. Pushed it to the edge of stars. And what may yet come.
You are smart for somebody that pretends to be an idiot.
Well, you don't open your mouth and reveal it to everybody, unless there's advantage.
That or you just conveniently happen to know a few specific things. She said. She started walking off.
Turns around and looks. You assume Glaswallans are uneducated. You do yourself a great disservice. Choosing to live a simple life is different than not understanding how complex the world is.
Oh, I know. I've lived a simple life and I've lived a challenging one. I've been on both sides of things. Even the people that live simple lives aren't ignorant to the way the world works.
Good.
Maybe your master will take you back with open arms now that you've appeared to be more worldly.
I learned those things from the Glazier. He oversaw my tutelage.
Then you have much to learn.
I do. Very little of it in books.
She shrug like, do what you want with that. And she just start walking off towards the lighthouse.
Yeah. At that, I think he'd turn and look at Ellis and say, yeah, I don't like her either, actually.
Glad we're on the same page.
Nikolai just like, I love her.
She will bear my children.
We'll have Nikolai Jr. and Nikolai the Three.
The three. Not even the third, the three.
The Three.
Father's shop won't run itself. I'm losing money as we speak.
You just have your inventory open and it's like ticking down every couple seconds.
So you guys look at this symbol on the ground, and now that you all sort of know what it means, the only thing you can think of in your mind is the coming apocalypse. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Second.
Good point.
Nice, dude.
Hell yeah, dude. Awesome session, Red. That was a lot of fun.
That was lovely, yeah.
Thank you, man.
Thought we were gonna die.
I did too. I was like, I didn't expect to roll that well, but I didn't think you guys were going to come out of it well.
I thought we would live, but I definitely didn't think it was going to be easy. I certainly didn't think it would shake out the way it did.
Would almost die. Which
That's how it happened.
Totally, actually, yeah. Two of us almost died straight up. So,
yeah. Well, if you would like to introduce yourselves for the crowd here, I guess I'll pick the order. I'm the host of the show. Jihan.
Hi guys, I'm Nikolai. I'm not Jihan. I have a Twitter at Hussein Jihan. You can find me there.
But my name
and
is
here, and here on Saturday.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Natalie.
Don't know what to say on these things either, because I'm really just on here on Saturdays also. But I am on Twitter as well, at LedZozoBeans. And that's about it.
And me.
hello everyone. I am the last Detect, your favorite robot American, and thank you all for tuning in to AEUS the Mountain. This has been a fantastic time, and it's really cool to see our baby on stream, Red. So I'm hella hype, man. You're doing a great job.
We're doing
Earlier when he did the thing with the mountain, I had that fucking Leonardo DiCaprio moment. I was like,
that's me, I did that.
I love it. So for anyone who's interested, I am on Twitter, Twitch, I have a Redbubble, and I also have a Beacons page. But you can find me most on Twitch and on Twitter. Every Wednesday and Saturday at 10:30 a.m. EST, I've been streaming world building for AEUS right now. Wilds of Glaswall, a campaign we're going to be running with the AEUS Caltrop core game, and a little bit further south of this region. So we're going to be starting that in early April, probably the first week on Wednesdays at the same time. So keep an eye out for that. We're still sort of like finishing up making player characters on stream and getting ready to do a session 0 before we kick it off. I'm also looking at possibly opening up a third day of streaming to start working on legacy stuff, my sci-fi TTRPG I've been working on for 15 years, since I've been getting a lot of questions and requests to go back to it and start working on that in addition to AEUS. So you can also catch me on Red's show, but he'll talk about that, I'm sure. And I'm also looking into starting a Patreon, so keep an eye on my Twitter at the Last Omnitect, and you'll see more about all of it. That's it.
Hell yeah. He's looking over my notes. Hello, I am Red, one of the 3 primary colors, and I do a lot of shows here on Derek's channel with him. I host some of them, this one particularly. I also help host Homebrew Homies on Tuesdays at 7 p.m.
Yep.
Right? I'm very bad with times, thank you. 7 p.m. CST. I'm on there with Will as well, and Will's commissions are open at the Bird One. Yeah, we do that show. I'm here every single Saturday, whether it's AEUS, and I'm running AEUS, or Covet Syndicate, and I play the so lovable and kind and sweet Vaughn, my tiefling wizard, who has done nothing but be a charitable. He's Jeff Bezos. But yeah, I am also on.
I was going to say we're all in the same party. This is the same character we're talking about, right?
Nathan just said, Jesus, how many times are you live per week, Red? Mondays I got Lancer on Souls Rolls channel. Tuesdays, Homebrew Homies. Wednesday is my show. We do a variety stream at 8 p.m. CST. Thursdays is Writer's Block, where I am also live at 8 p.m. CST with Omni. And we're going to be live with Chuck Does Stuff or Things. Yeah. I feel like I think there's 2 Chucks. And one of them has he does stuff. Chuck does stuff. Yeah. Chuck's a great dude. I'm also going to have on Nathan, who is calling me out. That'll be this coming Thursday. Very much looking forward to that episode. We're going to get nothing done. It's going to be all banter. They're going to take over my show. I'm going to be dead by the end of it. The IRS might be knocking on my door. And on Fridays, like I said, I'm Emetic Mori here at 7:30 p.m. CST. Don't miss that. Things are getting really, really good. It looks like Shortstop's are going to have everybody turn on him because he's a liar. But I'm not calling you out, only in awe. Yeah, and every single Saturday I'm here. So I think that's a good segue over to Derek, because I'm on most of his shows.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you again, Red. Thank you for running the shows. Thank you to all my fellow cast members for being here. You'll carve time out of your weeks each time. So thank you. I really appreciate it, man. It means a lot to me. It's your boy. You know where you can find me every day, but Wednesdays, except for the Wednesdays that you can find me, and that's gonna really actually mean something within the next couple of weeks. I'm super duper excited about announcing that. So my announcement is that there is an announcement, but that's about all I'm willing to say about it right now.
See, the thing is, Omni and I know what you're talking about, but we're not allowed to talk about it. I'm sad.
We're under NDA. We'll get tackled by police if we say anything.
NDAs, yeah, totally. But yeah,
actually the stream on Wednesday is oh shit, there's somebody at my door.
Oh god, oh shit, I forgot. But yeah, like we were saying, on Fridays I'm Emetic Mori, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Every Saturday we are relaunching or every other Saturday, excuse me, we are relaunching some of the same players from the Curse of Strahd Hells and the Mist campaign. We are going to be taking a couple of us, and then we're introducing a new player. She's going to be really cool. We're really excited to have her join us. She's one of the biggest supporters of our channel, so having a way for her to like be involved is going to be really cool. It's Mash, if that wasn't obvious enough. Mash is going to be joining.
Really? Nice.
Yeah,
Mash is amazing.
Cool. Yeah, we're gonna be. Yeah, she's really cool. She raids in like every single Sunday for Samurai Sundays. So like, massive shout outs to Mash. So we're gonna be doing that at 12:30 noon. So 12:30 p.m. Central Standard Time every other Saturday, just like we were doing Hells in the Mist. So we're gonna be keeping Saturdays every other Saturday as D&D day, and then the other Saturdays we'll be playing AEUS. Hosted by your boy Red. Yeah, so tomorrow you can find me live at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time with Heart of an Empire, Legend of Five Rings actual play, hosted by Lost Haven Art on Twitter. Mondays, Curse of Strahd, Rise of Alma at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. On Tuesdays, Homebrew Homies with me and Red and Will. We are going to be doing, I think we're going to be covering the Cataclysm or the event this week. I think. I need to double check on that. But,
Who's our guest?
I don't think we have one. I think we decided not to have one so we could go ahead and get this big, huge thing that we need to figure out all the implications before we really get too far into the lore building taken care of.
Yeah, okay with me, boss man.
So, no guest for Homebrew Homies this week, but it is going to be one that you do not want to miss because we're going to be getting fucking weird. It's going to be a lot of fun. And this Wednesday off. And then Elden Ring on Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Yeah. We are going to find somebody to raid into real quick, so don't go anywhere. Be there to show the support, plug the love for the homies, or at the very least earn some extra souls so that you can influence your favorite tabletop games on the channel. It looks like right now we are going to be raiding into TPK Roleplay. They are playing some tabletop games, so everybody make a little bit of noise when you get in there. Much love. Thank you to all of the homies that spent souls. Chuck, you absolute madman. I don't know when Red is gonna remember that he has 8 bonus die to use.
Oh my god.
But
Had 8?
he's got 8. No, he gave you 3 more.
Let me write that down real quick.
Yeah.
That's definitely going in my DM notes.
Yeah, I would probably do that too.
You say that really sadly. Like, oh, fuck.
So the next time we do this, someone will die in one of these fights.
Seriously. Thank you to JJ for balancing that out with just like pulling your metaphorical dick out and being like, okay, but I'm just gonna go ahead and give everybody rerolls.
JJ's got a big metaphorical dick.
Yeah, absolute Chad moment. But thank you again to everybody. We love y'all. We appreciate all the support that you guys give us. Even just being here every week, even just lurking, like it really does mean the world to me. So thank you guys, and we will see you tomorrow for Heart of an Empire.